Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, chat. Yes. Chat. Oh my god. Oh my god, chat. It's happening. It's left. Oh, how do you full screen it? Why can't I full screen it? Let me refresh the page. Let me full screen YouTube. YouTube. YouTube, let me full screen right the heck now. YouTube, why are you doing this to me? Why do I have 6 notifications? I don't want 6 notifications. Oh, I can't actually have my mic on. Wait, what the where's my headset? Shit. Stop. Yo. Yo. Let's go. Shit. Oh my god. 1,000, 2,000 people. Holy. I don't know. Chat, let me. Stupid OBS, let me. Let's go. Okay. Do not freeze. Okay. Oh my gosh. This is so good. This animation is amazing. Holy. Holy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, fire. Yo. Just open it out somewhere else. Here. Let's open it here. She did. She's where is she? Oh, I deleted her message already. But she did. I saw her somewhere. Type me. I'm hype, chat. Holy. Is this countdown? Is this a countdown? Call back ping. Call back ping. Yo. Oh, I'm getting so hyped. Bro! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
3 years ago, Murder Drones came out. It was going to change countless lives and fundamentally alter the course of indie animation forever.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there.
Tyro, why are you interrupting the intro for the project?
Wait, what project? Oh, you mean this project?
Yeah, I do.
What's up, my guys and gals? It's your boy Traumaniac, back with another
Amazing project!
Yeah, thanks, Yag.
With Murder Drones officially coming to an end, we've decided to gather over 50 Murder Drones
There she is,
content creators
Hope,
together
right there.
one last time to say goodbye to the show.
Why, yes, indeed we have.
Oh, hey
Yeah.
there!
What's up, man?
This project has been in the works for a while, so I really hope you all enjoy this absolute behemoth of a project that we have made for you today.
With all of that said,
Let's get started.
The suspense. Okay. What the heck?
Boo.
Oh,
hey,
Jesus
bet you
Christ.
thought you'd never see my dumbass again, but here we are, folks. Welcome to the Youngster channel. I shouldn't be here. I'm Oxcord, if you didn't know that already by the dumbass balaclava getup. I came out of my Canadian retirement igloo for a very special occasion this time. Big ass trivia collab with like everyone in the Murder Drones community, which is pretty cool. Now, if you're wondering why I got this
There you
wacky
go.
getup going on, first of all, admire the drip. I got the SCP patches. I got that shit on the helmet. You know, I got the MTF Mobile Task Force Village Idiots. You know, I got that shit on. Secondly, it's spooky season, so of course I gotta dress up nice for the folks. You know, hit them with the.
That's. Oh, and a pause. Hello.
Goodness, I
Oh,
can't do this with
but
this on.
bye,
I gotta
guys.
take it off.
Okay.
Hold on. Huzzah! Yeah, I can't do it with the helmet either. So much for that nonsense, right? Okay, at least we got the OG headset on. That's great. I can hear and feel better now. Although the jokes and nonsense aside, let's do some fucking trivia. Now, the first question I have written down is, what did I contribute to this community? I'm the dude who made this, and this, and then a little bit of this. I think that sums it up pretty well. It's all people know me for. But I'll try and do some other stuff soon, so you can like know me for other stuff.
Okay. Are they gonna introduce every creator? It can take a while, but sure. Oh, all the plushies.
I am here to say my final goodbyes to Murder Drones. I just wanted to say thank you to Liam Vickers and Glitch Productions for creating this amazing
All the
indie
plushies in the
animated
back.
show that I could never feel more connected with. The first time when I watched Murder Drones was around when episode 2 came out, so that does mean, yes,
Shin
I
riding
missed
the
the
dog.
pilot episode by a year. But I am grateful
Me
that I
too.
did miss it, because I would have had to suffer a year
Oh
of
yeah.
waiting for the next episode.
That's
So
true.
I am grateful that I did.
I think
watch
I went to
when
Murder
episode 2
Drones
came
super
out,
late when
and
all
then,
like
a few
when the
months
6 of the
later,
episodes were
episode
in.
3 aired. So yeah, my first time
Sorry,
watching
but
it,
I'm very
I
good.
was just, I
That's very good.
immediately fell in love with the design of the characters, their personality, more specifically, and Uzi. And yeah, I
Oh,
loved
you can.
everything about the show. I loved how,
Oh, you'll stay? Okay.
like, how high quality animated
I'm not gonna
it
check chat very
was,
often. I'm gonna listen to this and
like
react
the
to it.
story
But I will check
behind
chat
it, and it's
sometime.
just every little detail about it
No
was
one's so
great. I really love the story. I really love Liam Vickers' style, and just, you know, just like I said, I love almost everything about this show. And without Murder Drones, I don't know where I would be right now. I mean, Murder Drones was literally the reason why I was stuck at 6,000 subscribers for like I would say maybe a year or two. But when I started making Murder Drones content, like I started doing comic dubs and everything, I went from 6,000 to 10,000, and I would say about in a span of maybe 4 or 5 months. I have no idea. It's been such a long time since I hit that number. Point is that Murder Drones helped me a lot with not just myself, but also with growing my YouTube channel. I've had so much fun watching all of the episodes and being a part of all of these projects as a voice actor, because without Murder Drones, I would have never become a voice actor.
He was a
And
voice
I was
actor.
heavily inspired by Michael Kovac, who voiced his Serial Designation N, to become a voice actor.
He is a voice
loved
actor.
N's character so much that when I searched up the voice actor and I started watching all the other projects that he was in, it really inspired me to become my own voice actor.
Oh my god,
So
chat.
I have to thank not just Murder Drones, Liam Vickers, and Glitch Productions. I have to thank everybody in the Murder Drones cast.
This is
Michael
so cool.
Kovac, Elsie Lovelock, Nola, and
How many
everybody
people
else.
how many do you think you're gonna do all of them? I don't think so.
You
Probably
all
just to select
inspired
the
me
10 or
to become
something.
a voice actor. As sad as it is that it is the end of Murder Drones, and we're probably not gonna get anything else Murder Drone related in the possible in the future. Sorry, I can't talk. You know, this is. I mean, Murder Drones was honestly everything to me, and seeing it go so soon is just it really hits. And I genuinely hope that all of these fan projects will keep the Murder Drones community alive. And now I'm going to talk about like my favorite parts of the show. I'm going to start off with Ann and Uzi. Like, they are just my favorite couple in like the entire show. Honestly, my favorite couple in the entire universe? I don't know. I first obviously started shipping them around when episode 3 dropped during the prom. I absolutely loved like the prom dance and everything. They were just so cute together, and
Give me a sec.
that is like one of my top number one favorite scenes. And the moments in episode 4 during the therapy falling scene, that was so wholesome. And then episode 6 with them walking down the hallway holding hands, and then finally in the final episode of the show,
is it quiet?
Them just being
Is that better?
them saying that they want to date and it's and everything, and then N at the very end saying, "That's my girlfriend." Those are my all-time favorite scenes of Murder Drones. There are some, there are other, funny scenes that don't involve N and Uzi, but there are other ones. But I just overall, what tops over my favorite scenes is all of the scenes with N and Uzi being wholesome together and absolutely adorable. Like I said before, I hope these Murder Drones fan projects like Murder Drones Insecurity, Murder Drones Strays, Murder Drones End of the Line, and Murder Drones Intermission, even though that's already done. All of the Murder Drones fan projects that are becoming big right now, I genuinely hope that they keep the Murder Drones fandom alive, and I will be a part of it for as long as I hope to be. Because obviously, as we get older, and if, Murder Drones does end up dying, which I hope it doesn't. If it does end up dying, though, I hope that it ends in a very satisfying way that we can all be happy with. This is the end of my video. I just wanted to say one final thank you, Murder Drones. Thank you, Liam Vickers. Thank you, Glitch Productions. And thank you to the entire team of Glitch Productions for creating this amazing show that I will remember, hopefully, until the day I die.
Thank you, Murder Drones.
And before I go, I have to end it with one more.
Wait, what?
I'm Serial Destination N! And bite me!
3 years since Murder Drones Pilot was released. 3 years. So hello, I'm about episode 3, a Murder Drones YouTuber. Who would have guessed? I make weird Murder Drones videos with diverse ideas since episode 6. Cool, who cares? So yeah, I'm gonna talk about my journey throughout the show since the moment I discovered it, I guess. I mentioned that I started making content about the show since episode 6, but that doesn't mean that I started watching the show at that time. I was actually around Murder Drones since the pilot. Not only that, I was around Glitch since 2018 with the funny Ho-Ho Mario worshipping spaghetti show called SMG4. And yeah, that's probably what got me into Murder Drones. I was a huge SMG4 fan. I almost watched every episode of his back then. Now he's kinda...
not ideal.
But in 2020, on the beginnings of November, I believe, if my dementia did not affect me as a person, I was randomly scrolling through my recommendations page until I saw a video called Murder Drones the Pilot with a weirdly displayed robot in the thumbnail. And I was like, damn, the thumbnail looks really interesting actually. Shut up, you dirty-minded. And then I clicked on the video.
Oh, do you want me to turn down?
I don't exactly remember what I was expecting, honestly. Amazon drones.
Oh, yeah, I'm trick-or-treating too.
I don't know.
I will go
So,
trick-or-treating,
yeah,
actually.
I watched the episode and oh my god, how the hell is this made in YouTube? It's so well written and cool. And
Oh my
I don't know.
God.
Must have been a big studio, right? So I checked
This
the
is
channel
crazy,
name,
chat.
and what?
Oh
The same people
my.
who make the funny Gmod with Mario 64 green screen gameplay made this masterpiece. I was mind blown. After that I remembered they had Meta Runner before, and they release a new episode every week or month. I don't really remember. So they definitely will do the same with Murder Drones, right? 1 year gap later.
For real.
I completely forgot the show even existed at this
It
point.
has such
I was
a
just
long
waiting
gap.
for the new episode. And
Luckily,
not
I
even
came in way
considered
later.
checking
But I
out
looked at the
fandom
timeline, I was
or
like, holy
anything.
crap.
That's until I stumbled upon a video of someone talking about episode 2. I am not sure who they were. I think it was probably Tyromaniac. By the way, shout out to Tyro for being the first Murder Drones YouTuber I ever watched. And I was like, cool. Wait, episode 2 is out already?
Tyro.
17 minutes and 29 seconds later. Oh my god, how is this getting better? Damn, how are those two made by the same people? Episode 2 is really
crap.
what got me into the fandom and the show
Yeah,
in
it's
general. I've watched almost any Murder Drones content there. I watched it and
Oh,
I
definitely,
wanted
that's funny.
more. I rewatched the episode many times, then rewatched the
Oh my
pilot.
god, I watched it.
kept rewatching
I watched
over
like
and over,
80,000
and
people
then
react
episode
to
3
Murder
came
Drones.
out, and
Oh
now
my
I'm
gosh.
even more hooked to the show than before. It was astonishing, and
Dollars
now
peak,
I just
dollars peak.
spend my time all day thinking about how great
Dollars
this show is while rewatching and watching fan content and stuff. And episode 4 was released too, and I also loved that episode. On the first watch at least, we don't really talk about what I think about it now here. The episode threw a lot of plot points that ultimately led to almost nothing at the end, but
Dollars peak,
speculation,
yes.
conducting theories,
Hope.
dissecting
Dollars
every
peak.
frame in the episode were really fun. And I think it is what made Murder Drones what it is for me. The show did a really good job at providing mystery and enough questions and lore for the fandom to have fun
Yes,
dissecting,
sir.
which is a hell of fun, honestly. People say
Yes,
episode
sir.
4 and
Sky
5
demons.
were bad and
One's
stuff.
coming Sky
Yeah, they might be
demons.
poorly written, but speculating, dissecting every detail in such episodes makes up for the poor writing, in my opinion. It was just very fun. And I also started caring about a new type of content, review channels, the most highlighted one being Vanity Moth.
Oh
And
my
that
gosh,
teaches me
Vanity
that
Moth. Oh, Vanity
criticizing
Moth.
something
This
doesn't
is
mean you hate it. It
5
can actually mean you really
hours.
care about it. And that's how I found a new activity to do in my free time. And even when there was a great episode that
5
was released,
hours?
episode 6, it didn't feel the same for me. It
5
almost provided answers to many questions, so there wasn't a real reason to keep rewatching
hours?
it over and over again like the previous episodes. And that happened with the next episodes too. They were mostly just solving mystery, so
seven,
there isn't really a big
8,
reasoning
9, 10,
behind spending
11,
a lot of
12,
time dissecting
12
them. But they were really
midnight.
good, honestly. I'm not saying they were bad at all. And yeah, after
5
episode 6,
hours.
I wasn't doing anything to appreciate the show enough, and I am bored of rewatching, so I decided to create some Murder Drones videos just to appreciate its greatness. But I didn't become a full-on Murder Drones YouTuber yet. So yeah, after that, Murder Drones went for the longest time gap
I feel
until
so
releasing the next
Sigma.
episode.
Yeah,
They
we
were
need to spam
doing
that.
a 2-month
I
upload schedule,
so
but 2 months
Sigma.
after episode 6 and still no
Sigma.
news. And what we got instead was the amazing Digital Circus. Honestly, even though Digital Circus population seemed to be bad for Murder Drones to many fans, I think we cannot
it's
deny
actually
that
way
it
better.
had a pretty bright side too, honestly. And yeah, then episode 7 released finally. I was so happy Murder Drones was back, so I started my Murder Drones content journey for real this time, not just a few videos. I finally could talk talk and rant about the show
No.
freely and
My
to a large
gosh.
amount of people.
This is
I could
cool.
finally praise the show as
5
much as I
hours though is
wanted, and that kind of
crazy.
made me watch the show much less often, but I had another way to appreciate it, so there's
It's still
no
midnight for me, yeah.
actual need for
Both
that.
parents?
I
Yeah.
actually never wanted to be a YouTuber actually, but Merge Drones completely
No, it's
changed
a
my
thing.
mindset, and with this
It's
new
a thing.
mindset,
You know
I
what it
kept
is,
on
right?
doing Merge Drones
You watched all
videos,
stuff.
and
It's a
that
thing.
opened up a lot of new opportunities.
60
I got to meet a
60
lot of
tweet,
new
what?
people. I got to discover new talents,
160
join
tweet.
collabs, and be a part of this
163.
amazing project right here. And when episode 8 released, I
Oh,
felt a
163. It's gonna
feeling
be the
I've never
163
felt
EST.
since episode
Okay, so
3.
yeah.
I
1260.
felt pure
Wait,
joy watching
63.
the episode without worrying much about the
Hold
lore
up.
or it being confusing at all, which is a very nostalgic feeling that I stopped feeling since episode 4.
Oh
Many people
my
hated
gosh.
that episode, saying it is a fan service and it had bad writing and stuff, but that doesn't matter. The episode knows what Wendy
It's
Jones
so
does the best and focused on it, which is something the show kinda stopped doing, and it is really refreshing to see the old
Yeah.
vibe of Murder
Dude,
Jones
I
come
love
back
it.
for
It's
this
so
finale.
good.
So yeah, that was my journey. Throughout this amazing journey, I have finally had something to be very passionate about.
Woo!
The show completely changed me, honestly.
Murder
I love
Drones.
Murder Drones.
Demon
I
Slayer
don't know
came
if
in there.
words can describe my love for this show. Thank you, Murder Drones, for
Is that
everything
Demon
you gave
Slayer in
us.
here?
Thank you,
I'm
Glitch.
dumb.
Thanks, Liam.
That's what
Thanks
Demon Slayer
everyone
said.
who worked on the show, and thanks for the great and dedicated
Crazy.
fandom that this show has. Thanks everyone who contributed.
Guys, we're gonna have to do some other stuff while I react to
I can go
this.
on thanking everyone,
Yo,
but
what?
that would take a
Hey, yo.
lot of time. So all what I can say, thank you from the bottom of my heart, both the show and the fandom. Wow, that was long as hell. Man, the memories and nostalgia are making my heart beat up normally fast. Oh god.
Why not Surmy? Yes.
Hello, my name is Surmy. You might know me. I'm an MD creator, glitch kind of content creator that just does their own thing. And a big inspiration that has been, you know, my hyperfixation for 7 months straight has been Murder Drones. I haven't gone a day without thinking about it. I've forced my family to watch it, my friends, because surprisingly I have them. And it's really just been
Yeah,
a
no,
crazy
yeah,
roller
just my
coaster
notifications.
of emotions with this fandom. It's been an amazing part of just like my life. It's genuinely been like one of the best time periods of my life ever. Like I finally started on my YouTube again, and I've been so inspired by the amazing voice actors and everything else. It inspired me to do so much other stuff like voice acting, and I've really been getting into that as
Let's
well.
go.
It's so amazing
Let's
how
go.
this silly little
Let's
robot show has
go.
inspired not only me but so many other people as
Let's
well with the
go.
MD fan
Let's
projects like
go. Let's go.
Insecurity, Intermission, all
go.
that other stuff that I could just go on for days about. And how talented the artists are and everything else, and the content creators and the theorists. But after all, the show is ending, and we'll see what the fan projects have to offer us. And hopefully, this legacy gets carried on forever.
Woo.
And I love this show from the bottom of my heart.
Me too.
And I really hope
Oh,
that
there
one
they
day I'll
are.
still look
There
at
she is.
SC
She's
Johnson
right there.
when I'm 46 years old and say, haha, MD reference.
Pen reference.
I'm sorry. So, to
Pen
conclude, thank you,
Pen reference. Branded
Liam.
pens.
Thank you, Glitch, for bringing this show to life. And thank you, Murder Drones, for, like, everything. Do you get that reference? Also,
Yes,
thank
of
you
course I
guys
get
for
that
doing this
reference.
project. It's pretty sick.
Murder Drones, an indie animated TV show close to many hearts in the indie animated community.
Woo!
This show completely built my channel. It's what gave me a following. It's what really got the attention of basically anyone, whether it be Yagster or you guys. And my channel would be nowhere near as large as it is now if it wasn't for Murder Drones. It's crazy to think that Murder Drones first started almost 3 years ago, or depending on when this is showed, exactly 3 years ago. Its impact on glitch
Lagging
productions,
midstream would be
its impact
funny,
on
I know,
the
right?
indie
Mine's wasting
animation
time.
community, it's been
For
so
real.
large. I've even had
5
a hard
hours,
time to
people.
really fully
It's 5
comprehend how
hours.
much
It's
this show has
crazy.
affected the whole
No,
community.
no.
However, this whole message, this thank you Murder Jones video,
Oh, I thought that was Google
isn't
for a
just
minute.
about how it's affected the whole
Wait.
indie community in general. It's how it affected me, my person, myself, my life. And I'm gonna walk you through on what really Murder Jones did for me.
Happy
Let's start at the very beginning. Around the end of 2023, around the beginning of December, I was scrolling through my YouTube as normal people do. I found a few memes with referencing some sort of show called The Amazing Digital Circus. I thought
Now I
it was
found it.
interesting, but
Chat, this is
originally thought it was actually a
exactly
video game.
how I
However, I
found
didn't really
it.
think too much of it, considering
Trust,
the fact that
this
I
is
didn't
exactly.
really
I watched.
care for
I saw some
playing a
meme
video
that I saw a
game
song about it, and I was like,
goofy
sure, I'll go
cars.
watch it.
However, the YouTube algorithm saw me
Yo, Geometry
watching
Dash?
these videos or
Geometry
memes
Dash?
talking about or referencing The Amazing Digital Circus and recommended me a now retired Matt
Geometry
Film
Dash?
Theory video talking about the pilot. I watched the video
Ooh.
and pretty much got the entire pilot spoiled for me, but after I finished it, I thought it was really interesting and decided to search it up on YouTube and
Yes,
watch the actual
yes,
pilot.
yes, yes,
After I
yes, yes,
finished
yes,
the
yes,
pilot,
yes.
I
This is
remember thinking to
exactly how it
myself that
happened.
It was really impressive
Very
that
good,
these people
very good,
called
yeah.
Glitch Productions were able to make such
And then I
good
went to their
animation just
channel.
based off YouTube and then post it. Although I was pretty disappointed that I got a lot of the episode or pilot spoiled for me.
Me
because of
too.
the map
I didn't
video,
watch
I still
his map at
appreciated
first.
the
I actually did
animation,
watch
the
this
style
first.
of the entire episode, along with the characters, the voice acting, and pretty much everything about the episode. You'd think that I would click on the channel and
What?
really see what was going on, but I honestly just closed
We
out of the
love
tab
Geometry
and
Dash
just
too.
moved on with life. I thought it was just a
No!
unique find and didn't really think too much
That's
of
actually
it.
what actually happened too. I went back to it later.
That is, until the YouTube algorithm picked up on it and did their thing. I was recommended yet another
I'm
Matt
dumb.
Pat video
Yes, you are.
talking
No, I'm
about
just kidding. No,
murder
you're not.
drones. I clicked on the video and
Oh,
watched the
I
first
didn't see the
30
map
seconds
video
of a
first. I went to
possible
their channel
video.
and then I saw
thought
it.
to
That's how I
myself
saw
that
it.
this video
So I
would
found
spoil
it.
the entire series made by Glitch Productions. More content from people I knew of from the Amazing Digital
Let's
Circus.
go.
I didn't want my experience partially ruined because I watched
Sure,
the video
doesn't
explaining
make sense.
literally every in and out of the entire series. So I once again went to the YouTube search bar and searched up Murder Drones and started to watch the entire series.
It's so
At this time,
good.
episode 6 was the latest and most recently released
Let's
episode, so when I finished
chat.
episode 6, I thought to myself, what did I just watch? I was very confused. I didn't really understand a lot of the series. I knew it was really good, so
what is
I
that?
watched the Matt Pat video, hoping
Scene,
that he would explain what
change of
exactly
scene.
happened. He gave a few theories,
Bro.
but mostly what I was focusing on was what exactly just happened
Change of
and
scene.
what exactly just unfolded for my eyes. After finishing the Matt Pat video, I went back and rewatched the series a second time. I once again finished the entire series.
Let's go. Screw school, yes sir. Screw school, man. I'm about to be so tired. I am
thought
gonna
it was
die.
literally the best series I have ever watched.
It is so
I
good.
basically
Oh my
became
gosh.
addicted for the next 2 months, just rewatching
Yeah.
the series
Yeah.
over and
Yeah.
over and
Oh.
over again, every single night, staying up so I could finish the entire
Check
series.
chat.
I ingrained literally every single frame of the entire series into my eyes. Watched countless theory videos, whether it be cartoon
Yeah.
universe. I watched every sneak peek, every
Yeah.
trailer, every
Yeah.
single video,
Yeah,
every
yeah.
single episode at half the speed, trying to catch exactly what was going to happen next. The anticipation of what was going to happen next in the story felt like it was eating me from the inside. This was the first series or piece of media I had truly really connected with and was literally basically mentally or metaphorically killing me because I wanted to know what was going to happen next in the story. It was getting to the point where I was having dreams about trailers being released about the next episode. Now, some could call this very concerning, and I completely agree. I was probably very concerning to my parents as I tried to explain the entire lore to this goofy robot horror comedy TV show I found on
Yeah.
YouTube. However, if it
Yeah.
wasn't for me basically
Yeah.
driving myself insane trying to figure out what was going to happen next, I wouldn't have ever created this channel, or my channel.
Oh,
Before
my
this,
gosh.
I've always thought about starting a YouTube channel. However,
me
I had
too.
some very basic ideas of what my YouTube channel would be
For me, it was a
about.
Murder Drones
First,
that got
I
me into
thought
it, but
was
Murder
gonna be
Drones was
about
like a big
Geometry
part of it.
Dash, a platformer game that's basically
Me
based around raids,
no.
which actually has a pretty big community, especially when it comes to making really cool levels.
I think I'm still gonna do
generally
Geometry
decent
Dash
at
stuff
playing
too.
the game and had a little bit of experience and knowledge of how to make
I'm okay.
videos. I actually knew some people who made
But I got
Geometry Dash
way
content,
not
so
into
I
it
could
anymore.
just ask them for
So,
help or for video
I need to, like,
ideas
do
on how
other
to
things.
really use the algorithm
But,
to its
yeah.
advantage, and then maybe actually blow up or even get a few views on my
GD.
videos. Actually, if you were to go to my very first
MD?
video and watch it, which I
GD equals MD.
highly don't recommend, it's really bad, you can barely hear me, and I also sound horrible since it was a while ago and my voice has changed. You can actually see me use Geometry Dash gameplay in the background of my videos. The other option I saw was Minecraft
Let's
content,
go.
but I ultimately decided not to do
Oh
this.
yeah, Minecraft
pretty
content too.
early
I
on
did do
in my
Minecraft content. I
thought
do some
process
Hive
of
and
how to
stuff.
start a channel because of how wide and how big the community
That's
was. It would
true.
be really hard
But that's
to
why I
gain
did
any
Hive
traction
instead.
in a community that barely pays attention
So
to
there's
small
that's
creators.
less
However,
of a
Murder
thing,
Drones opened
less
up
of a
a
big community.
completely new community, a completely new area of content I could talk about and that
Oh,
I actually really
poor
cared
doll.
for. So as soon as I was
Well, she
ready,
didn't die.
as soon as the beginning of 2024
Minecraft
rolled
manager.
around, I started my
favorite
YouTube
guns.
channel.
Fake games.
I created 4 videos, one talking about indie animation in under 5 minutes, the other one talking about my miscellaneous thoughts about Murder Drones, another one being my review for the Maze Digital Circus, and
How
another
much you
one
watching?
being why Disney absolutely
Oh,
sucks,
I'm gonna
which
watch
they
as much
still
as I
do.
can.
And the rest
As much
is
as I can.
history. I started making videos, I got a little bit of traction, a few tens of views there, a few, maybe 30 views there. However, a few things got a little bit of more traction, with me making a video about how episode 8 was supposed to be delayed after there was some glitch drama, and then the really big contender of how I got most of my following and a lot of momentum being the release of the sneak peek along with the actual release of episode 7. I've met tons of really cool people. I've met Maniac and Yagster, two other very large creators that are involved in
His is really long. Oh my gosh.
Stuff.
His
I've
section.
met voice actors and other people.
I can't wait for the
who are
actual
just
project.
generally
Like
fun
this
to
could
hang
be
out
it, but I
with. And
doubt
experienced
it.
things, did things that I would probably never
This could
be
be
able
it,
to
yeah,
do
but
if
I
took my YouTube
doubt it.
channel
I mean, it
down a
might.
different path, or
It
even
actually
just
might.
didn't watch Murder
I just
Drones
feel like
as a
Salty
series.
Pepper's gonna be
I would
really
never been
good.
able to be exposed to the entire indie animation community or just world in
That's
general. I would have never been able to watch
I love
amazing
these really
shows
hot
or
robots.
pilots like
Me
Lackadaisy,
too.
Cliffside, SSDWL, or anything of the sort. Murder Drones has affected me so much in life, whether that be making me a better speaker in front of people, a slightly better editor, even though I'm editing all my videos off iMovie, which I'm hoping to drift away from, obviously, or if it's giving me experiences that are truly once in a lifetime.
Lackadaisy.
Murder Drones will still be my favorite
I don't know
indie
who
animated
Lackadaisy
show
is.
for multiple reasons. As much as I criticize the show
That's
and say
crazy.
negative things about it, that's all constructive criticism, or at
Yeah,
least
not
I
again.
want it to be. For as much as I bash the show
What?
about which ships develop the story more,
I don't know who Lackadaisy
controversial
is.
takes that a lot of you probably don't agree with, or whether that just be talking about how certain characters should get more character development, I still enjoy the show.
I love Get This Right, me
It
too.
was able to expose me to a whole wonderful world.
Let's see if Hope is still here. If we go
story
at
writing, it's made me
H.
meet new people, whether that just be fellow content
Oh,
creators or even voice
she is still
actors.
here.
And it's truly been one of, if not the biggest inspiration in my whole life.
Yeah.
I do dream of making my own indie animated show, or just show in general. But for now, I'm fine just making goofy theory videos about indie animated shows
Yes,
and
sir.
even Murder Drones. Even
Theory
though the show
videos?
is
Love it,
over,
love
I'll
it,
still
love
make videos about it. The show
It's like
and
Match
its
Pat,
community will
except
hopefully not die out. Maybe
okay,
we'll even get more
Match Pat
future
left.
content if Glitch does say so, or if Liam Vickers actually wants to. Nonetheless, however, Murder Drones has still
Oh,
been a
let's
huge
go.
inspiration for me. It's inspired literally
so
everything
fun.
I do on this platform, and I hope I can still make videos
This
about
is
it
so
even
good.
if the show doesn't release more episodes or content. I have plenty ideas of what I could do with Murder Drones videos, whether that just be goofy theories or an actual series I have planned, which I actually do. I am planning on making what if videos or scenarios, talking about what if something else happened, like what if Uzi met V instead
God,
of
this
N
is
and didn't just
insane.
immediately die, or what if Uzi was an actual mature person. Nevertheless, however, I still have to
This is
say
insane.
thank you to
I
Murder
might leave a
Drones
few
for
times. Yeah, just
inspiring
like
me
this
for the
guy, I
rest
might
of
leave
my
a few
life,
times and then
inspiring
come
me to
back.
start my
But
channel,
dude,
inspiring
this
me
is
to meet new
crazy.
people and
Chat,
join
I'm gonna leave
communities
the
that I
stream
truly
on
hold dear
so
to
y'all
my
can like
heart. So even
tell me
though
what
I can't
happened when
truly
I leave.
express
If y'all
how
can.
much I love
I don't
this
know.
TV show,
Yes,
thank you,
sir.
Murder Jones. Thank
you, Murder Jones.
for everything.
Ask McShawn.
Hi, my name is Ash McShan, and as
Bro,
you
it
can
sounded
tell
like
by my
in for a
very
second.
dapper attire, it's
That's
a very
him. He's
special
the
day today.
he's the Sigma
now,
guy.
Today
He's
marks
the
the 3-year anniversary of the Murder Drones pilot. Now, I'd like to thank Yagster for inviting me to be a part of this wonderful project. But yeah, like I said, my name is Ash McShan. I'm a voice actor, most particularly known for saying, "I feel so Sigma," as serial designation N, as well as my other roles as N in other projects such as Murder Drones Insecurity by Animated Thing and Murder Drones Strays and End of the Line by Xander Russell. Now, I do have these two goobers here, but that spot on the back of my wall seems pretty ugly, doesn't it?
Yeah, what?
Not bad. I think I might need another poster right there. Oh, now I got that going on, even though my big head blocks it when I'm looking at the camera. So, Murder Drones. It's been a series that has changed my life, in which I've said many times, and I've even made an entire video about it on my YouTube channel. When I first started watching Murder Drones, I didn't make it through the entire episode without clicking out. I got
Me
bored.
too.
I was distracted. I was just like,
you didn't. I did
come
make
back
it.
to it later or whatever.
I did not
And then
make it.
after Glitch
I mean, I
X
did make
of
it.
last year happened, that's kind of when
I
I
didn't
got
want
hooked.
Glitch
I
X
saw
today.
Uzi and N's character from Elsie and Michael's performance in that. And I was like, okay, this is intriguing. So I gave it another watch. And I got through the entire pilots, and boy, was I hooked. I was eating that up for dinner, midnight snack, and 4 in the morning snack, because that's how long I was up watching it. Now, when I watched the episode, there was only 6 episodes, so just a little bit of waiting in terms of, the last 2 episodes.
Oh, yeah,
but
you do too.
Honestly, I have a lot of respect for those who were fans from the beginning and waited
I just check stuff.
kind of 2.5 years to get the full series.
We can still hear things.
Now, being in this community has been nothing short of
Art
amazing. Now, there's been ups and downs, like every community has, but those ups outweigh those downs so much. Like, the connections and the people that I've met, it's been nothing short of amazing. I really love what this show has done for me, and has presented me with this opportunity of pursuing my dreams as a voice actor, and the places that I'm starting to go. It's incredible. Now, I've only been in this like voice acting space really known, and it's for like just over 2-3 months, and I'm already
this is insane.
Well known, I guess.
I
in the
love
community.
this.
At least when someone hears N say, "I feel so Sigma," they know it's me. Sadly, but yeah, this community has been great. I love seeing fan art and animatics and just everything about the show in general. I really love this show, and I love the community. There's so much talent in here, and I can't wait to see what each individual does in the future with that talent, because I know everyone in this community has potential for such greatness, and I am their #1 cheerleader. Go you. You. Go you. But yeah,
oh, me?
That's about all I have to say about this show. It's genuinely amazing, and I'm thankful to be a part of this community, and this
forgot.
very welcoming, and yeah.
Forgot to take the screenshot. That's how I got the thumbnail.
Anyone who worked on the show, the animators, the voice actors, the writers, the audio production team, anyone. The show has been perfection. And I'm really looking forward to see what else is in store for Murder Drones, if there is anything. But yeah,
hopefully there is.
That being said, bye-bye. And no, I wasn't wearing pajamas with a suit. What are you talking about?
We are never talking about this. Talking about what? Consider it, hot robots, but me!
This is Murder Zone. You'd think that there's a lot of murders in this show, since it literally has the word murder on its name. Well, you're goddamn right. Hold on. We're not here to talk about an incorrect summary of Murder Jones. We're here to talk about how this show impacted me. But set that aside, let me tell you the story on how we discovered this show about robots killing each other for reasons. It all started about a year ago. It was one fateful night. I was alive. I was awake. And most importantly, I was using Discord. I was browsing normally until someone spammed this one specific thing about a yellow robot getting obliterated by this green railgun. It was Jay. I was really curious on what this show is about, so I watched every episode that was available, which was 2. I found the 2 episode interesting, but once episode 3 came out, episode 3 was by far one of the best episodes even to this day in my book. So I thought to myself, Why don't I make an AMV about Murder Jones? Anyways, enough creepy storytelling. Let's go to the part on why I made this in the first place. Greetings or hello. I'm Zan, otherwise known as Zan Likes Cats. I do AMVs or edits, if you can even call some of my video edits. And based on my name, I really like cats. Anyways, welcome to the reason why I made this video in the first place. Vigilance is a very cool series. I like watching it, I like replaying it all the time, and I also love doing videos about it. But just a little fun fact, I never really gotten into the Vigilance fandom before. You know, till now. However, even with this lack of experience, I still appreciate the show than I do than other shows. Hell, this is by far one of the longest series I've sticked on, which is a year, surprisingly. I usually gave up on other series because of too much episodes or just because it's too boring. But this only had 8 episodes. And crazy twist like when it was revealed that Tessa was actually Sin and the show was really giving us hints about it the last episode.
Alright.
I mean, even though the whole series feel
I'm
rushed,
gonna take a break in like
especially
5
episode
minutes
8,
real quick and then I'm gonna come
it
back.
still has great written
Hopefully I can
characters,
stay
very
for a
cool fight
while
scenes,
after this.
and this. But in all seriousness, the show really meant something to me, and it's sad to say goodbye to this series that I have known for a year. However, there's always a goodbye to everything, and all I'm gonna say at the end is goodbye, Murder Jones.
Goodbye, Murder Jones. Also, thank you. Enter Dang.
Hello, my name is Blanter Dang. You may know me from YouTube. I make YouTube videos and I also made a fan fiction called DJ the Finder. It's still in the works, but I am quite fond of it, even if it's obviously not the best thing out there.
Dapper.
And you know, as a Murder Drones content creator, I have had lots of time to talk about the show and its many aspects.
Fanfic chat
peak.
peak.
I have not actually touched upon is the impact it has had on the indie animation industry, which is something that can
5 hours is crazy, guys.
It's quite huge. In fact, probably one of the biggest on the industry that we have seen in a while. Because this is the first of like the really.
I don't know how much. I'm probably gonna be able to watch for like 1 hour after this.
And that's huge because, as you know, a lot of
probably
things
gonna be able to watch for like 1 hour after I take a break.
Or they just don't have the funding to keep going. And this is the first time that a really, really big one has finished. And that is big because this has inspired a lot of other people to start, you know, doing their thing, writing their stories.
2,000 people watching is crazy.
Art, and that is just awesome. Like me, myself, personally, when episode 8 came out, I was like, dang, that was amazing. I am going to write my own fan fiction about it. And I did. So that's how that was. And why I started making Murder Drones content was because of just a passion for the show that I don't think anything else since like Undertale has made me feel. It's just really amazing. And I know for me personally, I really connect with the show because of V, a character that feels very personal to me. And you know, that's something a lot of the characters in the show have for tons of other people. I know some people really connect with Uzi, some with N, etc. Some with V like me. But no matter what, the characters is a huge selling point, and that, along with my passion for the show, has made me decide to make Murder Drones content, and honestly, it has been going pretty well. I didn't expect to get this big, but I'm very grateful I did, making content about the show I love so much. Finally, I'll just go over like, you know, some final thoughts about the show. It's great. Pretty much every episode was a 10 out of 10, and I love it. I rewatch it all the time. I make a fan fiction about it. I make videos on it. It's just awesome, and I cannot understate just how big of an impact this has had on me and so many people. So thank you guys, everyone on the Murder Drones team, for bringing this to life. And you know, I'll wrap it up there. I'll let the next person get their turn. Bye. No, until the questions part. I'll see you then.
And so I arrive, like news of a finger snap wiping out half of Marvel upon an unsuspecting internet. You get that reference? I tip my hat to you. Anywho, I, again, still don't have a fireplace.
Dad keeps
So
coming in and talking to me.
improvise. Anywho, I'm joined here today by Uzi and
You should do it on the day you get it, like me.
couldn't make it. I wanted
Or
to try, and Sin said she had some trouble trying on a new pair of clothes. Or finding a fitting pair of clothes. The two must be unrelated.
this
Anywho,
is funny.
I come to you today. Thank you to Yagster and a lot of other very
So many
wonderful
people are
people
watching. Oh my.
in the Murder Drones community to say goodbye. Murder Drones was something that, and I'll try to be brief, as I am known
Masculine
for
tears.
shameless plug for my the various ships of Murder Drones video.
Oh yeah, we will.
Went on for 44 minutes and a half. But genuinely, Murder Drones, to make it brief, I found out because of Glitch Productions. I have been a fan of SMG4 since, I want to say, late 2018 into early 2019. My first video was If Marvel Was a Deltarune. And since then, I had followed Luke and Kevin grow up
I love the Luigi hat.
on SMG4,
We then do it now.
my middle school years were defined by Meta Runner's release.
Meta Runner.
And after Meta
I
Runner
never actually
came
watched Red
Super
Runner.
Rush.
Red Runner. Should I do a
You may know
reaction
or
to
you
it?
may
Or
not
should
know.
I react to all? Nah.
And then there was a little thing, a little teaser posted onto Glitch's YouTube channel. And it showed a show entitled Murder Drones.
So time a suit.
And I would just like to say that Murder Drones
We want season 2. We want season 2.
was somewhat, somewhat, I say, it was very weird. It was a product that I did not know where it would go. Obviously, it's called Murder Drones. A cute little show, or a show where cute little robots murder each other for reasons. Skull emoji, cowboy emoji. How much can you grasp from that?
Yeah, that's
I
true.
wasn't a big fan of Murder Drones. Well, I say not a big fan. I was a fan of it because I was a fan of Glitch.
Oh yeah.
And I wanted to support whatever they made. And Murder Drones seemed like a fun show. The pilot came out and I watched it and it was great. I was hooked immediately. And then Heartbeat. Then The Promenade. And then Cabin Fever. And then Home.
Woo!
Home. Oh, Yaxter has field days with Home. But then came Dead End. Since then, since the pilot, I had watched every episode as it came out. Kind of like how I watch Digital Circuits now. I don't rewatch episodes before watching the new one. So I was very confused. I didn't even know these guys' names. I vaguely knew Uzi's and I mixed up Envy and J. But then episode 6, Dead End, came out. And seeing these two right here made me start thinking.
Oh.
I fell in love with the dynamic.
I'm eating a little bit too, chat.
Ever since episode 3, but I truly started appreciating.
Of course you are.
And that is what sparked me to make the various ships Murder Drone sales. I had made a YouTube video beforehand entitled The Ego and Megalomania of Walter Hartwell White, of
Let's
which
tell
I'm
Hope we're
super
live.
proud of. Because it was a reboot for my
Just tell her
channel.
we're
I
live
originally
real quick.
was Soup Galaxy, well, still am Soup Galaxy, but it has now been renamed to Soup Archive. And if you want to watch what I made at, I can't remember.
Oh, I did.
13, 14.
Lucy for
they
life.
watch what I made them, then I employ them. It's
Lucy.
a couple funny videos. But I was dedicated, and I wanted to make YouTube a nice pastime. Ego and Megalomania, which I will shorten to ENM. ENM did not do well. But I was happy with the amount of views. It gained
Let's go, chat.
50 views at one point, and I was so ecstatic.
50 views.
And then I
Ecstatic.
posted
Me
an
too.
old project 100 days later because I just
100.
I had an idea for a video and I couldn't write the script for it.
100 days later is crazy, chap. 100 days later.
And these two have such a key and important
These
dynamic that it
little
motivated
goobers.
me
Little
to make a video.
goobers.
5 months after posting ENM,
The
2
sillies.
months of labor and love, I would make and publish
The
very few
sillies.
and I
Bro.
thank God that
The
on my winter break,
sillies.
I was effectively
Ah, of
gifted
course I spell it wrong.
one of
Hey,
the
you can
best Christmas
surface
presents I ever
Lakers.
had. Having people watch something I was genuinely
Heart.
and from there, the rest is history. I mean, I would continue to make videos about murder drones. Now, granted, the Zelda video didn't perform as well as
Let's
the
go,
murder drone
chat.
videos,
Let's
but I'm not
go,
complaining.
chat. Let's
I
copy
make
these.
things to make because I'm passionate about them. I don't make murder drones videos because I want to feed the algorithm and gain popularity. Nay, the contrary. I make them because there's something genuinely that I want to put out there. That I want the community to genuinely think about.
Y'all did not deserve to die here. Very
And
true.
this isn't the end for me.
Very correct.
The most recent video, as of recording this clip, is Tessa. Tessa's wrist, as I've dubbed it.
Oh, yeah.
Codenamed it. I codename all my videos. Various Shifts Murder Drone Sales is Newsy, of course. But Tessa's wrist is the most recent video as of recording.
Woo! I'm so crazy. Right, chat. I'm gonna take a break. Try, you're here to try to sum up what's going on for me. Alright, I'm gonna take a break. I'll be back in like
Just know that
5 minutes, honestly. Alright?
it has emotionally
Try to
impacted
sum
me in
up what's
ways I
happening
did
to
not
me.
know a show could.
How long has
For
this been going
example,
on
I
for?
did not know a show could
Already
be
an
this
hour is
way.
crazy.
I only felt this way because of Meta Runner,
Right.
Gravity Falls, Breaking Bad, and Better Call Saul. I'm being very honest when I say that. No other show has genuinely made me feel so special to be able to watch it. And to Luke,
Real quick, actually.
to Kevin, to Liam, to Kevin Temmer, and all the wonderful animators, storyboarders,
For real, great animators.
and anybody else who's ever touched MD. My heart especially goes out to AJ Disperito for his wonderful OSTs, which plague my playlist. My hat's off to all of you. Because, especially Liam Vickers, for creating
Salty pepper, not better not. As soon as I leave, bro.
These characters I love with all my heart. And I would not I would not have spent as much money as I did if I didn't care about them.
Whatever.
But just MD has given me so much.
Whatever.
And of course, I have to give my reverences to God for that. I thank God for the success it has given me because the amount of views that have come to my channel and the 700 plus subscribers that I have accrued, while seemingly small, is truly a blessing. I'm forever grateful that this show exists, and I'm forever grateful to all of you who are watching this right now. And of course, I would like to thank Yagster for organizing this and Ranks for inviting me on. All of these people that you will see featured in this goodbye reel are so talented and so special, and they keep the community And while many are using this goodbye reel as their goodbye to murder drones as a whole, and they're within their full right, then again, I give a premature God bless and cheers to everything you do to them. But for those who stay, like me, I hope we can keep this community alive for so much longer and keep these characters in our hearts because they truly are special. I can't believe it's over. But you know what they say? Something isn't beautiful because it lasts. It's beautiful because we have the privilege to see its light. And you know what? While I'm sad it's gone, I thank God that we were able to experience it. Getting emotional here. But with that said, thank you, Murder Drones, and goodbye. And with that, God bless and cheers to everything you do. Woo! I did it. Nice. That took like 10 takes. Hope that was good, Yag. Happy editing.
Well, hello everybody, my name is Khan Goldman, and this is probably the last out of everyone you have expected to be in this video. Also, holy shit, I'm officially yacked and I am officially on Yax's channel, holy shit, anyway, onto my segment. Anyway, to anyone who doesn't know me, I'm the guy behind this Twitter account, which is just Khan Dolman related. I think that rings most bells, and also I'm the guy behind this YouTube account, which rings the remaining bells. And if you still don't know me, well, hello, I'm Khan Goldman. Anyway, let's get on to the actual topic of this entire collab. So man, where do I even begin? Murder Drones has been, to be honest, the most important thing out of my late teenhood, which I'm very thankful for. Glitch and Liam cooked me with this show, that's one thing that's for sure. And I was very thankful to see the premieres of episode 5 to episode 8. And you're seeing the show as well, and I stuck around until the end, which is, you know, something I'm very proud of to say. Yeah, to be honest, I never really expected to stick around until the end, but hey, now we're even beyond the end. So I think it already began with me finding out the show. I was watching SMG full arcs, and then, you know, I saw Murder Drones pop up on my feed, which I accidentally clicked on, and I loved it. Yeah, from I think the second the intro played, I just fell in love with the show, and then, you know, I started watching more and more of it, and before you know, I was into the fandom. And I was especially already new of a thing called Twitter. I just wanted to be very funny and decided to make a Twitter account of Uzi's dad, so Khan Dolman. Just because, I don't know, I just really like this character, I guess, and as well, I just really want to, you know, troll everyone and just have a bit of a laugh. So I did, and since then, I never looked back and regretted it once. But out of all things, I think what's really the most important is the impact this show had on myself as a person and just in overall. I met some incredible, friendly, nice people in this fandom. Otherwise, without this show, I would have never been able to meet. So to anyone who was my friend in these like last half a year. Thank you for just being around and just being very nice to me. It's very much different to how I am in real life, where I just got bullied all around. This was sort of like my escape route, you know? If I wanted to be happy, I just got on here and, you know, I was actually happy. So, yeah, I just want to thank everyone incredibly hard for just supporting me throughout all of these 1.5 years. It's been a pleasure. What's also been a pleasure is me being you all's calm doormat on Twitter. I feel very pleasured and just very proud of myself that I was one of the more important, I wouldn't say of course most important because I'm not that much of an ego, but you know, one of the more important ones within the fandom, and I also caused a lot of calm memes, so yeah, I am very grateful for that, to be honest. Very grateful. And now I could yap here for 20 to 10 more minutes, but what would be the point of that exactly? So I just really want to have it short and sweet and just, you know, really just get my thoughts and feelings about the show ending just truly out there, just unscripted. So I think the best way of ending it off is like this. Thank you, Glitch Productions. Thank you, Liam Vickers. Thank you, Murder Drones.
Okay, so I realize it's the first time anyone's gonna hear my voice, so please bear with me in the meantime and don't judge me too hard, but
That what
my name
happened?
is Jamie, aka Luminary. If you recognize me, it's probably from my Murder Jones fan art, you know, on Twitter and Tumblr. I used to do a lot of comics, mostly about Animuzi, but I also am the one who
Newsy.
made one of the Swappy U's that I am so
no.
happy that people really like and they appreciate, and I am so grateful that it's been received so well.
It's still
So,
there.
given
Okay.
the fact that the finale has just recently come out, I wanted to talk about what Murder Jones means for me. I didn't get into Murder Jones until episode 3, I think.
Chat, what
I
happened?
knew about it from the pilot. My girlfriend was a big fan of it, even when the fandom was like super small. But for some reason, I
No.
just kept putting it off.
Okay, what happened,
But
Demon
then
Slayer? Were you
episode
here?
3 rolled around, and it was a prom episode. And for some reason,
No.
those always seemed to drag me in. So I gave episode 1 and 2 a watch first. And right away, I was blown by the production value of each episode.
Okay. Well,
It
let's just
looked like
call
a
on.
movie to
Okay.
me. The first thing that stood out to me was the post-production elements. You know,
It's
lighting,
nothing. I didn't miss
visual
anything
effects.
crazy.
But then
I had to take a
started
shower,
seeing
so
how professional
that's
the
it.
models looked, the animation, the voice acting, the sound design. As someone studying animation, it seriously
That's funny.
wowed me. Like, I
That's
couldn't
funny.
believe it was free to watch.
Dude,
Like,
look at
right there
that.
on YouTube. It looked so
Look at the
professional.
sprite.
And
It's
I'm gonna
crazy.
be honest, it kind of reinvigorated my faith in the industry. For a few years, I'd been under the impression that even if I were to get a job at a studio, it may be creatively constricting, or the show would be at risk of getting pulled from the network for no reason. I don't know, even though I wanted to be an animator, I wasn't the most optimistic about the prospect. I mean,
Chat,
it
me
was my
neither.
passion, don't get me wrong, and I still
Me
wanted
too.
to do it really badly. But I was also aware that some shows
For
got really
real.
screwed over by higher companies. I kind of just resigned myself to the idea that's just how it
Let's
was gonna
go.
be. And before you say anything, I know indie animation isn't
Me
the
too.
end-all be-all key to
I'm
everything.
so tired.
But it felt really
Oh,
nice
man.
to see people's creative fires being lit after things like Murder Jones, Digital Circus, Lackadaisy,
Oh
and
my god,
everything
this is
that
so
Steelbook
cool.
has put out. Like, for a while, it seemed like everyone wanted to put out their own animations, and it was cool.
I want to put on my own
I
animations,
know
but
it
y'all
still
saw
has
mine.
some issues, like the fact that a lot of indie animations get swept under the rug, fly under the radar, never get seen, never get funded. It sucks. But it made me happy to see how everyone was super hopeful about that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And not just that, Murder Jones actually managed to get me out of my art block. I've been having it for
Me
I'd say,
too.
like 3 whole years before then.
Oh my
I kept trying
god.
to put out art, but I just
Mhm.
sucked, especially since I was just starting out uni too. But then I made my first ever Murder Jones fan art. This one right here, yeah. Ignore how it
Bruh,
looks. This
okay.
is before I found my art style for Murder Jones. But
I
once
kind of like
this
it.
was on Twitter, it got received relatively well at the time.
This is amazing.
It
I
even
did not
had a new
care.
spark of inspiration. You know, a new obsession to channel all my creativity. So then I drew. And I drew. And I drew, and I drew, and I drew, and I drew.
Oh,
Every
that got
day, I
so
could put
much
something
better.
new out like it was nothing.
Whoa.
And when I put this animation out for the first time, I think that's when my art really took off. I really felt like I was part of a
Good.
fandom
What
for the first
the
time in
heck?
years. I got to meet a bunch of cool mutuals, draw as much art as I wanted. I got in contact with a lot of cool
Oh,
artists.
that's way
And
less people watching, but
I
still,
even
1,000
managed
people.
to get a really, really, really cool opportunity. Thank you, Michael. On top of that, I've just
Let
been
me
so
peek
impressed
out.
with how Liam Vickers and the team behind Murder Jones managed to make such a cool project, you know? I'm really sad it's done and over with, but I hope everyone who worked on it is so proud of themselves. They really should be. And I hope
Just
we
checking
get to see
again.
more projects come to light in the future, and that we all make a point to support them when they come up. So, in all,
Don't need the art.
Murder Jones is the reason I am a better artist today. And I hope it's been like that for everyone else.
She
too.
made design Michael Kovic.
So,
That's
I'll just leave it
crazy.
with this.
She made Kobe Cat, guys.
Thank you, Murder Jones.
I can't draw a circle. Totally not.
It has officially been 1 year since I first watched Murder Jones. All I
I
have to say
don't know, she's someone like me.
wow, and also how, and also what is even happening anymore. Oh, wait, you're watching this video alone on a Friday night. God, you're pathetic. Hello, you may know me for having no
Oh,
life,
yes.
crippling loneliness, and an even more crippling Murder
This is
Jones
Chad.
addiction. Let's go! I personally think it's a shame Murder Jones never leans into its moral complexity, but what we got is amazing, and
Yes,
I love discussing
definitely.
it with this fandom. Speaking of this fandom, no, we're not dying, guys. No, put the shotgun down. Listing off
Oh,
our
yo,
fan
wait,
projects, I'd highly suggest Intermission, Insecurity, End of the Line, Interstellar, Flesh and Bones, Mafia
Oh my
Drones,
god.
My
Oh
Immortal,
my.
Zero Destination U, Drones in the Deep,
Oh,
Absolute
oh,
Pressure,
oh.
DJ the
Oh my
Finder.
gosh.
All of these are definitely worth checking out.
Definitely.
Or keeping an eye on for when they release.
It's a ton.
Hell, I might even
DJ
write
the
a
Finder,
fanfic.
we
I
heard
just
about
love
that.
all these characters
Right?
so much.
I want a branded
I have
pen.
always struggled with the type of stories
Oh, okay,
I want
bye-bye.
to tell, cause my life plan, become a writer, die alone, loser, something like that. But after watching Murder Jones, this is the kind of story I want to tell one day. I want to show moral complexity. I want to do it so badly. One day, whether it's a fanfic or not, probably fanfic. Bite me.
Probably fan. Bite me
Just,
is. Yo,
I
we
love
gotta
this
bite me.
series, and being a part of this
Bite
project
me.
is actually insane. Like, I just was joking, making content, cause haha, funny robot show that I love discussing, cause analyzing, yay, my favorite thing to do. And then, all of a sudden, somebody, Blanter Dang was the one who did it, who asked me if I wanted to join this collab, and oh my god, that was just insane.
Crazy.
To think a silly, edgy robot show could just bring so many amazing people together to say just farewell to this incredibly impactful series.
It's already been like
Whether
1
you
hour,
like
chat.
Murder Drones or not, you have to admit it definitely
is
has
true.
had an impact on people.
That is
definitely for the better,
Chad.
and I wouldn't
Oh,
know what
rad.
to do with my life without this series. This series has just inspired me and reminded me what I love about storytelling. It reminded me why I wanted to be a writer in the first place. I want
my
to tell
gosh.
stories that make people feel
This is
things.
so cool. This is definitely the best
has
entry
made
by
me
now.
feel things. It's
By
made
far.
me feel so many things. It's
Yeah.
made other people feel so many things. Why
Me
the hell
too.
do you think we're doing this collab? Seriously,
Woo!
the fact I was invited to work on this collab
This
is
is
just,
crazy.
oh my god.
This is crazy.
That's incredible.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so thankful for everyone in this fandom, for Liam and Glitch for making the series. Just
Wow.
for anyone working behind the series. The fact that
Holy.
most characters, even if poorly written, feel like they have life in them. They feel like they're made with passion.
Oh, I
they feel
love this
realistic.
so
They actually feel like characters. It's just, I love that about Murder Run so much. Even after my favorite character, Jay,
So
just got
much.
absolutely trashed on, there wasn't a moment when I thought,
Let's
this
go.
is out of character. She's such personal
he's still here.
character to me. I would go
Oh, in
into
1 hour.
depths about Jay's character, but I should probably end it off here. Thank you, Murder Drones, for crafting a rushed but unique, talented, horrifying, and passionate indie series that I and many fans will continue to love.
Glad the Rad Chad. That is Rad Chad. It's her MacGuffin.
Why, hello there, my fellow geeks and nerds. Welcome
Hello
to
there.
Yagster's channel. That feels kind of weird to say. My name is Castoon, but you can call me Cass. You're probably most familiar with me through this video, sadly, but that's not why I'm here today. I'm here to gush about one of my favorite hyperfixations, Murder Drones. This show has genuinely meant the world to me over the past year. There's never been a show that I've watched
Guys, verified on YouTube. I want to look at them.
Cast. Right from the get-go, this show was able to engross me with its story, comedy, action, animation, characters, everything. I haven't been able to get this show out of my head for like the past 2 months now, and it's getting concerning. I so desperately want to buy all of this so much. I know it's a problem when I've been trying to get everyone I know to watch this show to varying levels of success, but I digress. Murder Drones just has this sort of charm to it that I just can't put my finger on, even though the show has many problems. And yet,
now you're alone, Demon Slayer. Now you're alone.
At least in my top 5 favorite animated shows I've ever watched. This is why it hurts so much seeing the show go. I know all things have to come to an end, but this time it just feels different for some reason. Like I've just lost another one of the last shows I've actually enjoyed while waiting for a new episode to drop.
Oh my gosh.
Murder Drones has done so much for me. It's inspired me to try and create stories of my own. It's responsible for me probably having the best year on YouTube I've ever had, giving me a reason not to just call it quits on talking about the things I like. And it has given me the opportunity to be in this big collab video, something I've never done before. I never expected I would be given an opportunity like this. To
you
be
just
in a
check
video
things.
With a bunch of creators that I enjoy watching.
This is
insane. Yeah, I'm
insane.
just so happy to be here. I'm gonna miss Murder Drones so much, but
I'm gonna miss it a lot
just have to go before they feel oversaturated. So, like how I normally end my videos, always remember to stay safe, have fun, and keep watching Murder Drones till the day you die. This show will be passed on from generation to generation until it becomes a cultural phenomenon that beats the likes of Avatar and Avengers Endgame. Rise in the animation! Rise like you've never before!
Yes, sir! Jump.
My name's Chris Polligan. Who am I? Well, that doesn't matter right now. Let's talk about Murder Drones. Why? Don't ask me. Ask him. No, not that guy. This guy.
Rise.
What is the first thing that comes to mind if somebody says Murder Drones? If your answer is a really good show, well, you're most likely not one of those guys. Please don't kill me for saying that. But yeah, Murder Drones is a very special show. I mean, it's made by Liam Vickers. He has a weird obsession of making hot murder waifus. Those words just left my mouth, didn't they? Well, let's just say Liam knows what he's doing, and totally isn't just a totally insane person that forced Glitch into making the show. Anyways, let's talk about the guy. So, why do I think that Annie's wife material? Oops, wrong video. What I meant to say is, why do we like all of the Murder Drones characters so much? Why did we get attached to them? Is it the story, the mystery of what the hell is even going on, or is it just because they're that predictable? To be honest, I don't know, and I don't want to. The fact is, we love this show, which is a really great thing, and I do think that this show will be remembered as a pillar of indie animation. Yes, I said it. Happy now. It may have not been the first Glitch show or the longest, but it had so much positive impact on so many people, and kind of is the reason why I'm here today. If me being here is a good thing is up to you, by the way, but now I have to do something important. Give this show a good send-off, but how? Alright, what are my options here? I mean, I could do literally anything. Oh, I know what to do. For my Murder Drones send-off, I'm going to ask the one question we should have been asking from the beginning. Can a drone run Doom? I mean, they are literally walking PCs. And
yo, Demon Slayer, can a drone run Doom?
Yes, they
can. A drone run Doom? They can run Doom.
Time to say something about Murder Drones. It's one of my
favorite can run Doom.
And I can recommend it to any person that wants to watch something really good. Also, go Doors, and thank you, Murder Drones, for being such a great show. Alright, now that we're done here, let's blow up Jay.
Jay.
Hello, I'm MacBand, and I like to draw random stuff, like memes.
I learned a little bit of
And I
English for
also
this
like to
moment.
draw Heavy Lucy and Mini Lucy, that little adventures. Yeah, I love them. So, Marathons. Okay, this show, a friend told me about it like in April, March from last year, and I didn't put much attention, so I didn't saw the show at that moment. But it was until November, October, no, November when I saw the show for the
Yeah.
first time finally. But it was when I was watching
Kinda.
later
A little bit like Sin, maybe not really.
the pilot of the Digital Circus, when I rediscovered this show. um, it was on November 1st when I saw the Wall Captors episode, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. It's interesting. I like it. I love it. And yeah, it was that. I like it, the characters, their personalities. Yeah, it was like kinda confused when I saw the first
Yeah, it was so
episode, then
confusing.
the second,
Oh my god.
and I didn't understand the first times when I watched those episodes, and I needed to see some videos, and I was still confused. Confused. I'm sorry. I I don't speak too much English, so I
Yeah.
try my best. Say it is.
Mhm.
And yeah, it was that. And I like it. I like it the show. I then
Woo.
I draw things, fan art. I did memes. I did these little edits too. And
Because you
yeah,
bring the door to
the
class.
fandom was so
Go
awesome.
doors.
It was so so calm. It was something new for me because I was looking for new things to draw, new experiences. So yeah, it was fun. I love it. And the show. Oh god, the show. Ah, the final episode.
So good. Show is so
Oh,
good.
this
The
this
fish. Why are people
that
spamming
was
fishes?
something I
Okay,
didn't
I'll spam
saw
fishes
in
too.
other shows, because on this show,
Fish.
Murderons, my favorite characters lived. Uzi and B, um, oh my god, Lizzie, and that. I needed to see the same episode like I don't
Nothing
know,
crazy.
7 times,
Nothing crazy. Just
eight
continuing.
times the same day to rewatch. I,
W Meg
like
chat.
I
W
needed
Meg?
to see it in
W Meg?
English, and I needed to see
Oh.
it in Spanish, my language, because I liked everything. The animation, the the everything. The song, that song from the Nightcore, the Bite Me.
Bite me.
I feel like I was back on time
Oh
when
yeah, it
I
was so
saw
good. The Night Corp Bite Me song.
these
Yeah.
videos about Nightcore. Or okay, watching the wall episode, the sand fight, um, was like, I don't know, like those videos of Linkin Park.
Yes, sir.
No, like those videos of Naruto with Linkin Park music in the background. But this time it was the fight of
That's
Uzi
funny.
versus like uh with with Sin, Sintesa,
Sin,
Sinesa,
yes. Sinisa.
and but with Nightcore music at the background.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Alright. What the heck
Okay.
is happening with the fish?
And the last part, when we see it like a possible ending, when we see the Solver tale, it was like, oh,
This
I
is
hope
crazy.
they made a second season because I really want to see
Salty.
more of this show. But yeah, at least we have the fandom doing their comics, doing their alternative universes, and yeah,
R.I.P.
the fan arts.
Tessa.
I love them. Yeah,
Yo.
please let's keep the fandom alive. Please,
Yes, keep it
I need
alive,
it.
chat. Keep the fandom alive.
Mantengan el fandom vivo, por favor. Manténganlo vivo por todo lo que quieran. Está bien bonito. It's so beautiful. This fandom is so beautiful. I
It's
love it.
such a beautiful fandom. It's the best, chat. You scared the crap out of me.
I have no better way to start my clip other than to say, oh, hello there, I'm local. Didn't see you there. You see, I'm in a little bit of a pickle at the moment. You see, I've been invited to this strange little project called Goodbyr
Scared me.
Drones. But I already said every single thing that's worth
Dude,
saying in
that's,
another
I
video.
thought that was me. I was so
How do I
confused.
make this
I was like,
clip
what?
relevant
I
to
was
make
not
it
even in
good
here.
enough to stand on its own? Oh, that's easy. You don't.
I thought that was me for a second.
Well, seeing how I'm submitting this clip...
Oh, it's 27 subs.
Well, seeing how I'm submitting this clip to Yag stupidly late into this project's development time, this clip is probably a good length through the video, or at least in the first half of it. Unless it isn't, then...
Not at 20.
fuck
Well,
me, I
again,
guess. And I just
1 or
want to say
10K.
to you, yes,
We'll see.
you, the ever so kind viewer, do you have the attention span of some kind of Greek god? Like, how did you get this far without subway surface or something? I didn't do that. I'm proud of you. Thank you for getting this far into the video to see me ramble. Anyways, as for my clip, I will say a few funny things before this passes on to the next person.
That's some Subway Surfers or something. I couldn't do that.
It's a show that means a lot to me. And judging by how
Crazy real,
you're
chat.
watching this
Crazy
video,
real.
it probably means a lot to you too. It's this weird, edgelord show about murder robots trying to uncover mysteries and stuff. But you don't need me to tell you that. Presumably, you watched it. Good on you. But perhaps the coolest thing that it has done was give birth to a fandom that has its quirks.
This fandom is...
But overall,
Yo.
Birth of this very video. Now, I'm gonna stop
Quirksy.
blabbering on about that shit.
Quirks.
Because you probably heard everyone else in this video say something very similar in this video. Blah blah, how murder drones changed their life, blah blah, how it's the best piece of fiction ever made. We've all heard it before.
Yeah.
But, seriously folks, murder drones led me down on a crazy, incredibly convoluted path of dopamine and denial. It led me to making my YouTube channel, which now has a whopping 20.8 thousand subscribers. Whoopee! It led me to making a Discord server, which now has over 4,000 members. Cheapers! But, granted, I don't own it anymore, and it's completely different to how it started. And look,
The Discord
point
server?
is I made it. Just move on. It also led me to discover loads
Just
of
move
truly
on.
talented artists and creators, most of which are actually in this very project. So that's neat. Murder Drones is in no way a perfect show. It has a lot of questionable writing decisions and flaws. But come on, man. It's slightly sexualized killer robots trying to murder a skinwalker drone with a virus installed in our ass.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing. I could go on about things like how I found out about murder drones, what my experience in the fandom was like, and what I thought of episode 8 and stuff like that.
Crazy.
But I'm saving that
He's
for the
so
questions
unhinged.
later down on the line, unless they've already been shown. So
It depends.
I don't know. But the biggest
Probably like
and by
100 or
far
something.
the
Depending
coolest thing
on what
that Murder Drones
account I'm
caused
on.
me to do was cause me to create what I think might be the best thing I ever decide to do with my life, which is get started on my very own independent cartoon, The Super Speed Bros. Anyways, sorry for the shameless plug, but hey, yeah,
How many
said we
channels
can
am I
talk about murder drones
subscribed
however
to?
we want, and talk about how murder drones impacted us. And that's how murder drones impacted me, damn it! Anyways, I guess you'll be hearing more from me later on in this video as I answer the questions in this video, so hey ho, see you there! But
Oh, so there's
for now,
another
I'm
thing.
gonna do my comedically loud bye!
Oh my god, that's so loud. Okay.
It's me, Opal, or also known as Reese. I have
Opal.
an Alec and Anne here
Not
today.
Opal.
It just
Opal.
feels crazy that the show is done.
Opal. WWW chat W. That's pretty W.
This show
Chill, that's crazy.
shed a really beautiful light over indie animation.
W.
And
Yeah.
I mean, it's just I wouldn't have found Murder Drones if it wasn't for the amazing Digital Circus.
Me too. If it wasn't for the
And I've
Digital
seen
Circus,
clips of it before,
definitely
and I was
wouldn't
like,
have
I gotta watch that.
seen it ever. If I hadn't heard the amazing Digital Circus, it got so popular. Crazy.
The success
Crazy.
of the amazing Digital Circus and seeing Kevin's animations.
I'm gonna salty. That's what I'm saying. I want salty pepper up in here, chat.
I've seen his animations, and I loved his work, and I'm glad that I continued to follow it because then it led me to Glitch. And as you can see, I've invested quite a bit into Glitch.
Have we got to rehydrate, chat? Gotta
This
rehydrate.
is just an awesome studio.
This is such an awesome studio, bro.
That I found it.
We love Glitch.
I would never like.
Oh wow,
If
this
it
looks
wasn't
crazy.
for Glitch, I wouldn't have.
Don't do it. Okay, we're good.
Voice acting random characters.
Latest episode featuring their favorite. What is this ASMR Busky? That is not correct.
Probably would have dropped voice acting.
Inaccurate. Share feedback.
It's insane how much our community has held us together, and especially like My Immortal. I never expected that to blow up. Just because it's
My Immortal. I don't think I've seen My Immortal. Did you check it out?
I'm really proud.
Dog M, normal M. Dog N, or I mean, sorry, Dog N, normal. Dog normal. Dog normal.
Uzi, and just to get it out of the way, bite me.
Oh, yo, that was so good.
Yeah, I think it's insane, and I've made some crazy connections. I've,
So
Elsie
good.
sent me a cameo. Michael watched one of my fan dubs with Toasty, and even grew Toasty and I closer with each other. But thank you, Murder Drones, for
It's crazy.
everything you've done. I'm sad to see you go, but I'm happy that it happened.
Bite me.
So, thank you, Glitch.
Bite me.
Thank you, Murder Drones.
Bite me. I'm a
Hello,
Opal's
I'm Toasty,
here.
otherwise known in real life as Miguel.
Yes, TVA.
And I've been a
Toasty.
Filipino-Australian voice actor for the better part of 3 years. Before Murder Drones, I was living somewhat of a normal life. It was kind of bad before, but I mean, I kind of take that back, as I also do have a long-distance relationship and I do voice acting. But other than that, it was alright.
We love that.
I'd get an itch to create something.
Toasty, we
But
love
at
Toasty.
The, time,
The
I
bread
had
is crazy.
hobbies that would be tedious and didn't really fully satisfy what I was feeling. So I got into a creative rut. Until one day, my girlfriend introduced me to the show after watching The Amazing Digital Circus. I'm gonna be honest, the first episode didn't really kick it into me. So after I watched a few episodes, I started to enjoy it more. And I started implementing it into my hobbies. One of those hobbies was, of
W
course, voice
Demon
acting.
Slayer for spamming Dominic counted as
And to
spam.
see that
That's
one
funny.
of my favorite voice actors was in the series as one of the
Holy
protagonists, I latched onto the character, but also heavily related to him in a sense.
Me
So
too.
I started doing
We all
impressions
love
and
Anne.
comic dubs.
I think we all love
and
Anne,
this
chat.
was what fulfilled me
I
creatively.
think we all love
The
it.
stories I've
Who
adapted
doesn't?
and the emotions I was able to convey were what I was craving as a voice actor.
Who loves
But also I've been somewhat of a
Anne?
critic of adapting media, so being able to do that myself was
We
so much
do.
fun. I was not ready for what came next. The influx
We
of
do.
demand for what I have adapted was insurmountable, and with that came a few challenges. However, further with that came a community and a group of people who have supported me, who also have had a positive influence in my life. What Murder Drones has done for me,
When did he spam
has
Dom?
given to me, was and is an experience of a lifetime that I will not take for granted. It's gotten me closer to my
You guys said
girlfriend,
Michael Kovac
allowed me
in
to meet
everything.
new awesome
Honestly,
people,
Chad.
and
Oh my
ultimately
god, Michael Kovac is
give
in
me a
everything.
voice. I was in
Toast TV
really
is so
bad
good.
places before and throughout this, but this series has given me more than anything has before. And to see the reactions and the influence I've somewhat had in this community,
I'm about to cry.
in this community has made me feel. I don't know what to say. I left this part blank.
Yo.
It's just incredibly motivating from a creative perspective, but also a life perspective. To know that I have some worth in this world.
Hopefully he does. He says something.
And
in
I
his
thank
voice,
you, Glitch,
but I don't think so.
Liam, and especially the voice actors. Michael, Elsie, Sean, Nola, Fitzy, Daisy, by the way, Aussie represent. Just to name a few, for everything this show has done. And I'm not just saying this for me. You made this happen. You brought a whole bunch of us together. People putting their own spin to the show. People making shows based off your show.
That is crazy.
And people who love the characters that you created together. It's amazing. So, thank you. Thank you so much for inspiring us.
I'm crying, dude.
For making this.
Oh my god.
Silly little show.
It's crazy.
Murder Drones.
It's MPK. That's funny.
When you build doors so good, good door, good door.
Hey, yo. Good. Good. Door. Yeah, this is crazy. This gets killed. Yeah. What the heck? Yeah, he's fine, chat. 100%. He's fine. And for me. Okay, W Eternal. It's Dreams Comfort.
Hi. I don't know how I got here, but I'm Grubby Ghost. You might know me from two places.
Guys, my daughter is into crack!
And let's not forget... Yeah, I'm that dude. I've been in this fandom for a while. I'd say since around December 2022. And I absolutely fell in love with the pilot and Heartbeat, which began my love for the series. In fact, I think this is the first series I truly fell in love with, and it kind of just stuck with me ever since.
Yo!
I really do remember the semi-early days of the show where everything was so simple. One of my earliest Murder Drones memories, in fact, is the pure excitement caused by the release of the episode 3 teasers, and teasers in general, you know? These left so much for the imagination, giving us so much hype for future episode releases. I know I can be hard on the show's general flaws, but I really do love the show for what it is. A
Me
horror
too.
comedy with memorable characters and a cool story. The
It's
sheer
such a
fact it
great
motivated
show.
me
Oh
enough
my
to start my very own fan project on YouTube, hell, even starting my very own YouTube channel in the first place, is amazing. This series has truly had a massive impact on the internet and indie animation as a whole. I'm just so proud of how far we've come as a fandom.
I haven't watched
So many
British
fan
Drums,
projects
but
coming
I've
out of the blue
seen
to
it.
help
Like, I've
contribute to keeping
seen
this
it, but I
fandom
haven't,
and
like,
amazing
actually
show
watched
alive,
it.
and it will hopefully continue to.
British
So thank you,
Drums.
Liam. Thank you, Glitch, for an amazing series that will remain with us forever and ever. And also thank you
We
for
love
Yaxter and
British
the
Drums.
entire
I
team
haven't
working
seen
on this for being so
it,
friendly
but
and
I
allowing me
have
to have
seen
a
some
part here.
clips.
I've been Grumpy Ghost. I have nothing else to say, and thanks for listening.
Salty pepper. Salty pepper. Bro. Okay.
You know what? I don't want to be a PNG anymore. I want to be Dapper.
Yo.
Hello, everyone. If you don't know who I am, my name is Blooper, and today I get the pleasure of being on Yax's channel to share my experience and journey with a show I hold near and dear to my heart. So, with that being said, as I wish to consume more MD-related media, I stumbled across one channel
More
that
sincerely,
changed
that's what I
everything.
said.
Unhelpful commentary. He was my introduction to the YouTube side of the fandom, and I casually watched his content, leading me to being introduced to Taramaniac and Vanity Moth for his collab videos. I felt relieved that I wasn't the only Aussie who liked the show. I would go on to watch this story as the series continued and expanded my overall knowledge of shows in the indie sphere, and out of nowhere came the 14-year-old British kid with too much free time. Boom. High on battery acid. It was like the holy grail of Murder Drones content, introducing me to countless other creators. This video gave me a spark of motivation. It inspired me. I felt a drive to make content that I gave into, and thus, Blooper was born. Once I uploaded,
because we have a mission to take over every other local YouTuber, that one YouTuber. We're gonna take over all of them, especially once I stop like just streaming and upload some other videos. Like my high video and chess videos are just off, bro.
I
It's
decided to
crazy.
start my journey in content creation, as I am very proficient in talking about my interests for a very long amount of time. And it was a place where I could express my opinions and personality without fear of judgment. Because if I talked to most people in my school about Murder Drones, I'd be torn to shreds. It would be social suicide for someone who's already a bit socially awkward.
Still here.
And videos just ticked all the boxes for me. I had something to do, something I enjoyed, something I could share with other people, and something that allowed me to be myself. One thing led to another. My second video blew up overnight. I joined Vanity's old Discord server, MothHub, got recognized by Yag, started interacting with everyone. Yag collabed with me, which I was super stoked about, and the rest is history. Side note before I end my rant, I don't spend money off it, but to show my appreciation for this show, I have a signed
He bought the
poster.
dolls, didn't he?
It's just over there out of frame. And it's really expensive in Australian dollars. Like, really expensive.
That's crazy.
Just to tie back to the beginning, as cringe as it sounds, Murder Drones has changed my life. I've gone from someone who just decided to make a video out of boredom to someone who tries their best to make a video every week. And that's all I really have to say. Thank you, Yaxter, for this amazing opportunity. I've been Blooper, and thank you for watching my segment.
Get me too. It's pretty nice post. Oh, Wattpad, Mafia Drones. Alright, Mafia Drones. Haven't seen it. Yes, y'all are the goats. It was around 2 weeks after episode 6 released. Yes, I'm dubbing this. So yeah, kinda late. Me too. I fell in love with the series the moment I finished that episode. Big fan of Sam. Who isn't? The fandom has been amazing so far. So many amazing folks out there, talented creators and voice actors. Never thought I'd get this far as well. Thank you for all the support. The ending of MD was really interesting, and honestly, it's great to see more of such an amazing show. But, you know, overall, Glitch and Liam deserve a well-damn break, because we all agree MD has been an amazing series. Okay, I'm not actually gonna voice anymore. I'm just gonna read in chat. Because it's going so fast, oh my gosh. Oh. No, they were sick. Bye. I don't know that.
Hello, America. Now introducing the guy named Rents, but pronounces it as Ranks. The self-proclaimed most annoying child since the American Revolution, the fumbler of bags, Ranks. I mean Ranks.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah.
You suck.
You fell off.
Alright, so for this collab, I have to answer the question, so, here's the question. How did I discover Murder Drones? I discovered it from the Amazing Zero Circus pilot. It looked really cool, the animation looked cool, and I checked it out.
So good.
It was amazing.
Definitely.
And then Vanity posted a video called The Darkest Ending to Murder Drones. It was just weird. I just started
Weakest
hyperfixating.
ending
It
to
was like,
Murder Drones.
I started like going to Pinterest, scrolling through every reaction image, downloading them on my phone. I probably still have them saved. And it was just, this show looked so cool to me, even though I hadn't watched it previously. And then I published my first Murder Drones video. And I kindly asked Local if I could be on High on Battery Acid. And I guess I'm here now, I guess. Thank you. Hi, guys. My experience with Murder Drones fandom has been mostly positive. I met tons of nice people. My favorite character, either Doll or N, I don't know. Episode 7 is my favorite episode. My favorite moment in the show is the falling.
Oh, yes.
Is that... Okay, yeah, that's what's fucking called. Okay. I just like the idea of, like, two characters comforting each other and helping each other.
Me too. It was such a good. That was such a good scene.
Some people say it's corny. Well, you're corny too. Let's look at the jokes you make, Gangster. It has been an amazing experience being able to interact with all these people, be invited onto all these different things. Like, genuinely, this has been a wild ride, and that's all I have to say. I don't really.
What's crazy?
Hello everyone, I am the Dire Duck. So, it's been a long time, hasn't it? 3 whole years of the
we
pilot,
love Debbie.
and what a
Do you
road it's
Dire?
been. From the highest high to some low lows, we have all made it to the end. It is the end of an era for many, and an
W Dire
informative
chat.
part of many creators here's lives. And I'm sure it is the same for at least some of you as well. Everyone had their own story with Murdrones. Some joined the fandom near the start when the pilot released. Some joined around the promenade.
I joined about,
and others found the series right near the end of its run.
I joined
Though
about number 6.
My journey with Murdrones is a lot longer than everybody else's. My journey started around 10 years ago.
Whoa, what? Even more bad.
That was awesome! You were so awesome!
I was going to say questionable physics, but yeah, I mean, of course that was. Wait, really?
Why does that kind of look like Sin? Oh my gosh.
This is my boyfriend now. We're gonna go to his party and find a nice secluded room where no one can hear him scream.
Well, you know what they say about the crazy ones.
Crazy. It's kind of crazy.
I found a little channel called Scary Storytime with Liam.
Ooh, this looks kind of good. Wait. Peak? Peak frill?
That name should sound familiar to you. This channel is where Liam first started writing his
Story
stories,
time with
and where I
Liam.
found him. While the very first stories were certainly rough, they kept improving. His writing got better and better, and he started to develop his own style that he would later be using in all his future works, all the way up to Murder Drones now. It was truly special to watch his evolution through SFTWL.
Who is it for
big
not
series
watching?
in design to his last in puppet game. From the establishment of Liam Vickers animation and the success of the Cliffside pilot, which is now over 6 years old.
Oh my gosh,
Man,
that's
I do
crazy.
feel old.
The beard.
Regardless, we then had the release of
Duck,
the
duck,
animatic
duck.
Indonesian Cube. And then, on the 25th of June 2021,
21. We know what
Liam released
happened.
the Murder
Yes.
Drones teaser.
The teaser was so...
For the
Not
first time,
because I wasn't
we were
there.
actually going to get to see one of Liam's work brought fully to life. One that was actually going to be a complete with an actual ending. I remember being very excited for the release at the time, so you can imagine how I felt when it finally dropped on the 29th of October 2021,
I could-
exactly 3 years ago at the time of when the collab premieres. And well, I'm sure you know
I
the
could-
rest from here. One of the things that makes Murdrone special
Where-
to
where'd
me
it go?
is that it was the first online community I took a real active involvement in. Sure, I've been part of other communities before,
Could
but
do
I've never
this.
really taken any active role. However, Murdrose is where I actually got involved in community activities, to the point where I helped organise this
No,
whole
I didn't mind
project
game
that we're
review.
taking part in now.
Stop
So I
it.
guess my participation went from 0 to 100 rather quickly. Another way in which Murderers is special to me is how it really made me appreciate art and animation in a way that I hadn't before. With how impressive some of the animation and environments are within the show, along with the amazing artwork, both official and made by the community.
Yeah.
Not to mention all the fan projects, it has really inspired me to start dabbling in it myself, and that wouldn't be the case if it weren't for Murder Drones. Finally,
okay, real quick.
I also met a lot of brilliant people that I wouldn't have had
sign
otherwise.
in, log in.
And also Yagster. One thing I would like to say to the community is, while we may be saying goodbye to official Murderers content for the foreseeable future,
there we go. That was
it
super
is
quick.
not truly the end. There are many talented creators in this community, many of which are in this project actually, who produced and will continue to produce more brilliant MD content that will continue to expand Murder Drones far beyond what it originally was. And they are not going anywhere anytime soon. So don't despair. There are many more fan projects for you to be excited about. Now, that will be all from me. I hope you enjoy what the rest of the creators in the collab have prepared for you, and I wish you all the best. I am sure this community will stand the test of time for years to come yet. Anyway, see you all soon. Bye-bye.
I'm not good at Blitz. Yagster? Who the heck is Yagster, bro? What?
Hi, hello, I'm
goofy
Yagster.
name.
Wait, this is already on my channel. Why am I introducing myself? Anyways, hi, yeah, this is my clip for the project, so please do enjoy.
I should have gone
Exactly
there.
3 years ago, the pilot premiered.
Yeah.
And it actually changed everything. The pilot was a fantastic introduction to the show. Heartbeat was incredibly scary for the time. The promenading was, well, peak, and it's really what hooked me on the show. And just progressively seeing the show get better and better really just made me love it all the more. Cabin Fever had the iconic Saul Veruzzi, and whilst it is easily the worst episode out of the 8, Home was pretty entertaining for the most part, so I do thank it for that. Whoa! It's his own body! Dude, if I saw my own dead body that's decapitated sitting in a chair, I think I'd fucking scream. I'd fucking have a breakdown.
Scream.
How does N react to this? Okay, that's to be expected.
Okay, it's gone.
It's gone! Dead End was a fantastic return to form.
It's gone?
It's still one of my favorite episodes. Mass Destruction was incredibly dark, and ultimately, it helped set the stage for Episode 8. And speaking of Episode 8,
Probably thought I was that dumb.
absolutely ended the show in a fantastic way, in my opinion.
I'm not that dumb, buddy.
Also, now I can do this!
Before Murder Drones, I was, like, the most introverted person I knew, which is pretty crazy the more I think about it. It may be very hard to believe, especially considering the fact that, you know, I had to reach out to everyone inside this project and
Get out of here,
yeah,
chat.
I really didn't, like, talk to anyone, which
This is crazy.
is
It's
insane
gone?
to think about. On
Guys,
one late summer
it's
afternoon, I
gone?
decided to upload a video. At the time, Volume 2 of the OST was not out, and I was a massive
No, I
fan
gotta
of the
get
Saul
down
Veruzzi
here.
track from Episode 4.
Or like here.
So, I decided to upload it. The video gained a bit of traction, and that both absolutely
Oh, he
amazed
didn't
and
notice.
horrified me. Fast forward a month, and Episode 5 was about to premiere, and everything was pretty hyped for the time. I then decided to make the fateful decision to make a poll about it. The poll got a couple hundred votes, and I was extremely
Crazy.
shocked. Then I decided to make another one, and another one, and another one, and another one, and
And
another
another one.
and
And
another one,
another one.
and
And
another
an-
one, and another one, and another one, and
And-
another one, and
Oh,
another one,
I'm
and
done.
another one, and another one. And before I knew it, I had 2 years of daily Murder
Nah,
Drones
he didn't
polls
notice.
just on my channel.
Okay.
Fast forward
Bye-bye.
a bit, and I would eventually get into contact with a few other Murder Drones YouTubers. And after that, I started doing a bunch of collabs.
Sure, it's this history.
And
Oh,
after
man.
that, I decided to help make this project become a reality. Just being in the position I'm at right now and just having so many amazing people in my life, you really can't put a
Text,
price
I
on it.
defend.
Everything that happened only
You text
happened
with the night, no?
because, well, Murder Drones happened. Murder Drones genuinely changed my life in the best of
I
ways
go here.
possible, and I can't thank the show enough
I go
for it.
here.
And yeah, I mean, that sounds pretty cringe, and it's pretty cliche, but ultimately it's the truth, and
Dexter
I
car
am
crash,
more than
what?
comfortable accepting it.
What? Help.
Why are we still here?
Just to suffer.
And that appears to be everything I have to say. I've been Yagster, and I'm gonna give it to the next hold up now? Oh, yeah? Mm-hmm. Right, okay. Well, it looks like we're gonna have a special segment. We're going to ask a bunch of Murder Drones related questions to a bunch of content creators and go from there. And with that said, let's go ahead and play the questions.
Never mind.
Second question I got here is how did I discover Murder Drones? Really boring way, actually. Just YouTube recommendations. End of question.
I was scrolling through YouTube one day, and I noticed in my recommendations this thumbnail with some spoopy, silly-looking robots, and I decided to click on it and watch the first minute of the pilot, and I thought to myself, ooh, this looks interesting. I'm gonna react to this, and the rest is kind of history.
I'll be fully honest here. I knew about Murder Drones since when the pilot released. Unfortunately, I didn't catch it when it was in its prime. Big mistake on my part. But around mid to late December 2022, I was in VR chat and I saw this really early J model. And I just thought to myself, ooh, that's a pretty character design. And I asked for the source, and that was history.
I remember looking for something to watch on YouTube, and I found the reaction clip of Murder Drones. At first time, I wasn't interested, but then I noticed that the title said these cute robots are destroying everyone, and the thumbnail was circling at the hand of the robot and said someone's heart. I'd like to know what exactly it is because of this thumbnail, so I clicked the video and watched it, and I was like, oh my god, the story is fascinating, and cool fight scenes and the mystery that hasn't been solved yet, and I want to know all of this indie animation. So that's how I discovered Murder Drones and joined the fandoms. To be honest, I thought it was a woman in the first place because I watched episode 1 without audio, just reading the subtitles, and saw his shirt look like a dress. Haha.
Well, it was the summer of 2023, or rather the end of summer. Without first recommend me an Final version which took place in the first from the fourth episode of Murder Drones. I looked at this mod. I kind of like it.
Crazy.
But I wouldn't say it was it hooked me. But when
this guy's
my
tired.
recommendations, I saw videos which showed the same moments from Murder Drones, but with different dubbing. Another
It's like
plus
till
was
9:30
such
probably,
tickets
chat.
was
So
mentioned
about
some
like 30,
television,
40 minutes.
which made me
I kind of want to do more
curious
chess
about
actually.
it.
I kind of like
And
chess, chat.
Somewhere in August, I decided to watch
Play
all
some
6
more
episodes.
chess.
Had already been released with time with my
Alright,
girlfriend.
please D4.
And
Oh,
damn,
we got someone for Solar's Gambit.
The thing is, if at first I thought Murder Drones was another not very
Did you get a fair trade? Yeah, we take that, chat.
How won't you wear it, man? I like this show so much, which I later released several videos on my channel with Murder Drones. And one of them even has good reviews for my channel. So this was a lady indicator of how hype I was to learn about this series.
I discovered Murder Drones through the channel Sarcastic Chorus. He made videos on
Here, I
episodes
hope he
1 to
attacks
5,
me
and
with this
before he said
pawn.
to watch the video, he said that we should just watch the show since it was on YouTube. So for once I actually
I'm
listened,
dumb.
and that's how it all started. I only started making videos on the show when episode 7 released, however. I also find it pretty funny how I joined the show when episode 5 dropped. I truly joined when the show reached its peak.
I was a SMG4 fan when I was, you know, a little boy, and yeah, that's how I found it. I was there around the ending of Meta Runner Season 1, and then I saw this channel called Glitch was created. This second channel for SMG4, and I was like, alright, I'll check it out. And then Meta Runner Season 2 came out, I watched that, watched Sunset Paradise. And then this pilot came out for a new show called Murder Drones, and I was like, oh, that's cool, I'll watch it. And I was like,
and
it's pretty good. Meta Runner Season 3 came out, rest of this show's episodes came out, I watched it, didn't think much of it. And then you may be thinking, well, if you didn't think much of it, then how did you end up making a channel out of this? Well, Digital Circus came out, and I watched it, and I was like, whoa, this is peak. And then I was like,
Then he
scrolling
takes.
through some Digital Circus stuff, I saw Murder Drones, and I was like,
Then he
you know, maybe
okay.
I should go rewatch
I was
that
trying
other
to think
show.
about
That was
this.
pretty good, right? And then I did. And on rewatch, I just,
I know,
it
he
started really
realizes,
to
chat.
click with me, like to connect, and I was like, huh.
In chat,
this
he
really is,
realizes
like,
his mistake now.
something. I love this. I don't know. Maybe it was just the time that I watched it, but the time in my life I watched it.
Boom.
Whoa! It was
Take.
really good. And there was this one character that I didn't even think much of when I was watching it the first time, and then on rewatch, I really connected with them. Like really connected.
What's the
with them, and I
character,
was like,
chat?
this character is actually me. And if you do watch my
Okay.
channel, then you would know the character I'm talking about is
It's V?
V.
Oh, I knew it.
And just like everything about her was just me, minus the
violence.
you know, minus the murdering people part. I'm good. I'm clear. I promise.
Okay.
I'm not a murderer.
Get
Got that? Yep. Just making that clear.
castle.
You can go away, FBI.
You can go away. Right now that I've got
jokes
him off my
aside,
tail.
Yeah, that is how I found it and how I really started to like really connect with
Oh,
it.
that's
Episode
my
7 came
bad,
out
chat.
peak. Episode 8 came out peak. But like during that time,
That
like,
one's
right
my
after
bad,
episode
chat.
7,
I think I'm just
V
cooked.
didn't return in that episode, and I was like, okay, well, I gotta make a video about murder drones. Like,
I'm tired. My brain is not
well, is
brain.
V alive? And I was quite confident
That's
she
my brain.
was. And
Yo,
what do you know? I was right,
Beans!
as always.
Beans! Let's go, Beans!
So,
You're up so
yeah,
late,
it
holy.
didn't get much views, but I was really passionate
Holy
about this show.
beans. How do you
Considering
abort?
most of
How
my
do you
views were like
abort?
from
You have to
FNAF stuff,
resign
which I
now.
still
Blah,
do
blah, blah,
sometimes.
blah, blah,
But
blah.
I just kept making more Murder Drones videos, and then eventually I made this episode 8 predictions, and that one blew up for my channel compared to the rest of the stuff on my channel. It blew up at least. And I was like,
We're gonna offer
whoa.
super early creatures.
And then my other videos started to do well on Murder Drones, so I was like,
'Cause
okay,
I just
I
feel
should
like
probably
it.
capitalize off this, and then I did, and then, well, that's how this channel became a Murder Drones channel, slash indie channel, slash FNAF channel, slash whatever the hell I want to do channel.
Please don't attack
mostly
me.
Murder Drones.
You
Yeah,
little
that's how
poopy
that
head.
happened.
Well, it was pretty simple. Like I said in my segment for this project, I'm not sure if it played before or after, but wherever it is, you might have seen it yet, you might not have. So,
Oh, I didn't actually mean to take
like I
that.
said,
I'm a
one
little
day
nuts part.
I was
Didn't actually mean to. I was
going
gonna
around on
joke take
Twitter,
it.
and I was just stumbling around as per usual. And
Yeah, I
saw
think I'm
discourse
dumb.
surrounding this digital circus thing, and I wasn't really sure about it at first. And I asked somebody's mind in a Discord server that was shut down about it, and they said, "Oh, you should go watch it, Dom. It's cool." So I did that, and then I discovered Murder Jones not that long after. You know, it was recommended to me. I saw it in the pilot, thought it was attractive, so clicked on it, and I got hooked on it. And yeah, that's how I discovered it.
I talked about it in my clip, but for recap, I was around Glitch since 2018 with SMG4, so that was the reason I knew about the show. I was a big SMG4
And then I just
fan back then.
have a line of
I loved the
attack on these
show, it was really
bishops.
funny back then, but I never bothered to check their actual animated shows like Meta Runner and Sunset Paradise until Murder Drones. The way I discovered the pilot was by it popping randomly in my recommendations almost 5 days after its release, I think, as I remember.
I mean, I basically discovered it
Yo.
when it came out. I mean, at the time, I think I was watching Meta Runner. Really great show, by the way. And yeah, I just
Never actually
saw
seen
episode
Meta
one
Runner.
of Murder Drones and thought if
Should
it
I?
becomes a series, maybe I'm gonna give it a watch. And
Have
yeah, then
beans.
after Meta Runner season 3, episode 2 came out, and yeah, since then I've
Wait,
been
wait,
basically hooked. Like, man,
This is
this
checkmate.
show's good.
How did I discover Murder Drone? Well, if I can remember, Cartoon Universe posted a short series about Doll Solver and talks about like future Murder Drone. And when I checked back it again, it's just gone. But I can't even find it, and I swore it was by Cartoon Universe. Like, I remember the tone and the speech. I swear it was by Cartoon Universe.
I was following Liam's work well before Murder Drones was even announced, so I came from Liam's channel rather than Glitch like many others did.
Dang it.
Well, it's a funny story, actually. I knew Glitch, and I saw them announce the show. Then I stumbled upon Cliffside and Intonation Cube completely outside of that. Then I was like, oh wait, this is made by the same guy? And yeah, I watched the pilot, and I was hooked.
I discovered Murder Drones around April or March of this year, during a rather tumultuous time for myself. I'll spare you the semantics,
Get
but
out of
essentially
here,
I was
buddy.
speaking to another staff member about something, and at some point
Buddy,
I asked
get
them
out.
about their profile picture. They mentioned it was from Murder Drones, whom needs no introduction, and the butterfly effect has brought me from thither to hither. What's my experience in the fandom been like? My experience in the fandom has generally been great, and I don't have any laments or disdain towards any individual group. Most of said groups have either left me alone, or have generally been pleasant, which was a nice change of pace from the community I came from.
So I discovered Murder Drones one day. It just popped up on my YouTube recommended. Beautiful. And I decided to take a gamble and watch it, and I fell asleep 11 minutes through. And then, at some point later on, I did decide to watch it again, and I immediately got obsessed with it. Beautiful.
Trade, because we're like equal material.
Well, I've answered this question many times, but basically a Saber Spark video showed up in my recommended on YouTube, and, you know, I didn't click it. But then later, a video called Ananuzi sharing one brain cell for like 2 minutes or something showed up in my recommended as well. And I decided to watch it for literally no reason. And, you know, the robots were cute, and I was like, okay. It seemed like some sort of like Netflix or Cartoon Network show. I just decided to look up, you know, what Murder Drones was, and I figured out that it was an indie animation. And I had never heard of indie animation before, so this was a first for me. I discovered it back when episode 4 was only a month old, so yeah. I was here before Digital
Speed
Circus,
takes. I need to have
and
something.
yeah, I just decided to make some content
But I
on it,
couldn't
not
take back. I
thinking
can't
that
take
I
back.
would just end up, you know, being a somewhat popular Murder Drones YouTuber, so yeah, that's kind of cool.
I first discovered Murder Drones when I was watching SMG4's announcing my biggest project
Gotcha.
yet video. I was like 11 at the time, and I thought it was just Glitch trying too hard to be edgy. But then, about a year later, around 2 weeks after episode 2 had came out, my brother came into the room throwing a screaming fit about how pissed he was that his favorite YouTube animator, Kevin Temmer, was halting most of his projects because he got a full-time job at Glitch. This resulted in me watching Murder Drones to see what all the hype was about, and well, look at where we are now.
I first discovered it through this clip right here, uploaded to Liam Vickers'
Oh,
channel of
right.
Meet the Team, which the first shot of Uzi's hand being in End's mouth, it's one way to be introduced to a brand new series.
Yeah.
The world building, the atmosphere, the writing, the characters, the music, it was all just absolutely sublime, and I was all along for this ride after that pilot came out. I did a whole reaction when the pilot came out and had a really good time. I look back at that reaction quite fondly, and how it was at a point where Hollywood was just churning out absolute garbage, and it was nice to see Murder Drones as like the first breath of fresh air for indie animation to come, excluding stuff like Hell of a Boss and Hazbin Hotel, but this was entirely like its own big thing.
Oh,
'Cause,
she
yeah, Glitch had
left. Nah, she
Meta Runner
left.
and they had Sunset Paradise, but this was the first thing they were letting
She
someone new
left.
come in and do the job, which was
Crazy.
Liam. It was one of the big giants that really kicked off the indie scene, and after seeing that
One.
pilot, I was hooked immediately.
One.
I found Murder Drones through the magic of the YouTube recommendation system. I was watching old Dan TDM videos in the school holidays and saw the episode 2 thumbnail pop up. Pretty self-explanatory from there.
So, how did I stumble across Murder Drones? Well, it was through TikTok. I was just scrolling through my For You page, and I remember seeing those two. Just vividly remembering purple and yellow eyes, and it was definitely episode 3.
Why
right
so
after that. Like,
late,
it was
buddy?
around that area. It was like February time window, which was when it released.
Oh, I have a notification.
But yeah,
Oh,
I
it's,
thought that was
yeah.
pretty neat, and I somehow managed to remember that all the way up until now, or at least until I found the show. But the real thing that got me hooked on was seeing The Amazing Digital Circus. Now, that show's, like, popularity just being blown up in front of everyone's face. It introduced me to kind of indie animation as a whole. Like, I knew it, I stumbled across it, I watched some of it. It's like Spooky Month, it's classic, don't get me wrong. But The Amazing Digital Circus, I was able to look at that and could see the
Choking
extents
frog.
that could go to.
Choking frog.
Instead of just little 2D
Choking
animation
frog
drawing little cartoon things,
beans.
which are
It's
awesome. I love those.
beans. The
But I saw this like
choking
fully 3D animated
frog. No.
storytelling invested in. So when that more, and so I went to the Glitches YouTube channel and stumbled across Murder Drones.
I discovered Murder Drones way back in 2021.
No,
right as
stop it.
The teasers were dropping around the end of. I was instantly hooked. I mean, how could you not be? It's like the coolest thing ever. Killer robots, maybe aside from like cowboys.
Pretty good job.
My experience in the fandom, to be honest, I would say positive. I was lucky. I haven't really had any toxic experiences with the fandom, even though I know it's definitely got that side to it. I've seen it through other people, and I've seen screenshots of stuff that went on during the whole Newsy Pro ship war. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me because every fandom has its rotten apples. It's just kind of comes with the territory, unfortunately. But my personal experience with the fandom has been positive.
We have internet.
To me,
crazy.
Even despite its size, the Murder Drones fandom is very supportive, loving, creative.
Yes, you were super late, buddy.
I've been a part of multiple.
I know, right? 2 hours already is crazy.
And I honestly
2 hours.
don't think I'll be leaving it anytime soon.
That means there's 3 hours left on this thing, bruh.
Murder Drones since episode 8. I don't plan on leaving it anytime soon, maybe possibly ever, because I do plan on continuing my Things I Noticed series and making more content for Murder Drones in the future.
This is like the Geometry Dash thing that happened.
The fandom to me is
recently.
amazing.
Not that recently, it's like a year or 2 years ago.
I don't expect it to be as
about a year ago.
Big and as lively
That's what this reminded me
as
of.
it was during the peak of Murder Drones. But I expect it to have a loyal following.
The 10-year anniversary of Geometry Dash,
projects like Design, Internation Cube, not Cliffhanger. That's where we were left on in episode 8. Sorry, I couldn't resist a little jab. But Cliffside.
Little jab.
Like despite Cliffside and Internation Cube basically being one episode, they have still a very loyal following.
Jab.
So that's what I see happening with MD. When
2 hours in, we are. I
still
sadly can't
see
be
it
judging.
having
I
a very loyal
know.
following, like you see all the
We gotta
projects
get sleep.
coming
I
out
thought we gotta
and
sleep in
being
like 30
made.
minutes.
I don't see that stopping
Because
anytime soon.
I do have school.
Yeah,
But
I absolutely adore this fandom. It's my favorite fandom to date.
From an outsider's perspective, it's been negative for the most part. Whether it ranged from pointless ship wars to people just outright ignoring objective flaws within the series itself, I find myself wanting to distance myself from the fandom every time I even take a slight glimpse at it. There's some good parts though, don't get me wrong. Rare to come by, but welcome when you do see them.
I will say right away that I am not the kind of person
Edit.
who sits on Twitter or Reddit, so I may not know
To
about some things that
edit.
happen in the fandom in distant German. But for the most part, my experience with Mother John's fandom has been simply wonderful. People from this community makes so much art, memes, and even hell, their own animations with alternative alpha stories. To my good happiness, I was able to become friends with them for awful like Charlie Create, who releases Mother Jones edits such MMO on his channel. People like him inspired me to create my own edits /MMO and maybe also videos of other formats. Of course,
3 more hours.
like any other fandom, the Mother Jones fandom has its own very unpleasant dark sides, but fortunately, I personally really admire them. For the most part, I think if you just don't get involved with the shitty stuff, you can feel pretty good about yourself in the Mudgeon's fandom, unless the shitty stuff comes to you, which unfortunately happens sometimes. Otherwise, my time in Mudgeon's fandom has been 99% awesome, so I'm pretty happy with it.
Now I know a lot of people are gonna say mixed, blah blah blah. And sure, I've seen some of it. That's like I'm like, ooh, that's crazy. honestly, it's not that bad. My experience with the fandom has been overall really positive. Maybe that's because I don't go on Twitter. That could be a huge reason. Probably is the biggest reason. But ignoring that, over on YouTube, my fans have been very supportive, and
Which is about 3 hours.
They're great, all of them. I've met some great people
What?
that I've been friends with over,
I brush my
Murder Jones
teeth at
Discords,
8 this morning because I don't want to brush my teeth.
Of course, I met
later.
Yagster, Cosmo, all these
I
great
misspelled
YouTubers.
want.
They're
Bro.
all amazing, and I think they're all in this video.
Misspelling want is kind of crazy, buddy.
Just peak.
I'm 100% making fun of you.
Great.
Oh no, I'm kidding.
So yeah, I'd say overall my fandom
Don't
experience has
take
been
my
pretty positive.
robot, please. Don't take my robot, please.
Well,
He's
it's
his own
nothing
person.
positive, I like for the most part. There are some bad actors in the fandom. I'm not gonna name them, but if you know them, you know them. We don't speak about them. All right? We just don't do that. We just don't. But,
All right, we don't. All right, calm down. I won't speak about them.
It's been mostly positive. I've been able to meet so many people through this.
We just don't. We just don't.
It's been mostly positive. There isn't really anything I can really say about them.
Real quick, I want to do my CPS test. CPS test. Real quick, chat. I gotta check my CPS on this new computer.
What's your experience with the fandom? I wasn't really in the fandom that deeply.
Oh, that's kind of sucks.
I only started going a little deep in the fandom very recently, but in my general experience, it was pretty nice, I guess. We don't really talk about the bad here, but I didn't know about any dramas at all until recently, and I am happy that I wasn't that deep in the fandom.
Chat, we don't talk about it.
They did pretty weird stuff, I guess.
It's the best moment in my life, because it's the best moment in my
life.
Oh,
what? Did y'all see that? I got a 6.
Best
my best on my school computer is 13.2.
Yeah, it used to be
13.2. That's like I click really fast. Don't worry. I'm a very fast clicker.
Thank you, Loco, again for
13.2 is my best. I have a screenshot on my computer. I'll show it next stream. I think.
Too much. I want to.
Mind me. Or the community post about it probably. Yeah. What the heck?
My experience in the fandom has been very mixed. On the first hand, there are definitely the good moments, but there are definitely some bad ones as well. The good ones include maybe a favorite tweet I once sent, or glitch liking my post, or maybe even a certain milestone I had achieved. But definitely my favorite memory is getting to know certain people. For example, Yagster, which I'm currently on the YouTube channel of said person. But for sure him, and alongside definitely others as well. The bad side though is definitely the not so fun memories I have, and I do not really want to go over them, as I want to keep things positive in this video. But yeah.
Yo, you're kind of getting the LOL. Have you watched Murder Drones yet? You need to still. You still need to.
But with a slight tint towards good, in my opinion.
In the grand scheme of fandoms, the Murder Drones community is pretty good. Obviously, it has its issue, but when comparing to the other fandoms around, Murder Drones is pretty solid.
I was extremely hesitant to join the fandom for a long time. I don't want to get too personal, but at the time I started creating content,
I
was extreme. But I can say for certain, these past 6 months have been some of the happiest moments of my life. I've met so many amazing people and made so many great friends, and my life has genuinely changed for the better. Everyone here is just so kind and accepting, perfect for socially inept nerd like myself, and I just want to thank you all for that.
Blooper chat.
So I have two different different categories to describe what my experience in the Murder Drones fandom has been like. Beautiful and amazing. I love you all. And that was a little iffy. Yeah. So overall, a lot of my experiences in the Murder Drones fandom have been amazing, whether it's talking about Murder Drones or any other topics. It's been watching.
Why is the music from the fall playing?
It's been watching streams from other content creators. It's been watching just general content from other content creators. It's been amazing throughout. And for the iffy part, that's just like some experiences that are pretty exclusive to me. So I'm not gonna go into detail about those, obviously, but generally, the Murder Jones fandom has been a great place for me for the past few years. It's done so much for me, dude. It's been great being here.
My experience with the fandom, okay, there's very mixed feelings, but mostly good. I mean, the Anexuzi shippers can get, you know, a bit annoying. There's a lot of annoying people in this fandom. That's all I gotta say. But I'd say interacting with the fandom is worth it because, you know, because some people point out things you didn't notice in the series before, or you can discuss theories. That's something I've always liked about Murder Drones, is that the show makes it that you kind of have to, like, talk with people or interact with people or, you know, just kind of be schizo to figure out the lore. And, you know, I like that because it's just funner. It's just fun that way.
I have
Because then you
school
wouldn't
on
understand
Tuesdays.
anything. And
9:30 for me.
You know, it is great. You know,
No
it's
ways
great.
in the project.
As much hate as the fandom gets, it's fine. You know, we good. We good.
What's my experience been like in the Murder Drones fandom? Well, a lot of good and bad, to say the least. On one hand, it led me to have a lot of negative experience with some really nasty people, especially during the time where I was the owner of the Discord server Garage 98.7, and it was also super taxing on my mental health. But a lot of those negative outcomes led me to learn from those mistakes and, well, deal with these things better in the future. But it also led to me finding a bunch of other people who were just like me and doing a bunch of collaborations with them and talking to them and stuff. And being a part of this community. This amazing community. It's such a surreal experience, man. And boy howdy, you should have seen Just Turned 13 me's face.
Let's go. Okay, guys, I'm until actually 10-ish. Almost like Halloween, definitely you know, I might get on my, if I once I get 50 subscribers for this, but I don't know. So if my videos pop off on Halloween, I get 50 subscribers, I can do a Halloween stream while I walk around trick or treating. And I'd probably do, and if not, I'd probably do some spooky Halloween stream, some spooky art, maybe spooky hype, spooky chess I can play, Beetlejuicer until I win.
Even beyond
Which I'm not going to.
V died, everyone was changing their PFPs to stuff like that. And
bro, I played Blitz chess while you were gone for a minute, and I got cooked, bro. I got cooked.
Because if they invest in the show, they're gonna want to join the community, and if they want to join the community and then they see everyone's just a bunch of toxic, whatever have you, that's really gonna leave a negative impression on us, and that's not what this fandom is. It's not what it should be. I'd like to think people now, after the show's over, know better than that. I'm not even kidding though, with this fandom, you don't explain one thing in proper detail, or if you just disagree with a simple opinion, this fandom eats you alive, and that's not okay. You have people coming out online and saying how ungrateful this community has been. It's gotten that bad. A lot of people agree, yeah, this community didn't deserve Murder Drones. Yeah, this community has been absolutely hogwash and toxic to people. You think new people are gonna want to join a fandom that has a public look like that? I don't think so. But excluding the bad, the good side of this community that is considerate, that is accepting, agrees to disagree when they don't like an opinion but they don't get mad about it, is so good. MCM Comic Con in May earlier this year, meeting some of the fans there and Elsie, there really is a great side to this community. And it's unfortunate that it's minuscule. The good side of this community is so goodwill.
I love Newsy.
It's just such a nice place to be. And I really hope that now the show's over, we get to see more of that. There's going to be less toxicity moving forward, less bias, less
very cooked. I sacrificed my queen 4 times on accident, and I got like never win. I just did not win at all.
Series, our fan fictions, our voice acting skills, whatever have you, it's contributing to the fandom.
I'm here and I'm not leaving. I'm leaving in like 10. Whatever. Chill. No, go back.
In the light. You guys are a bit of a mixed bag, but good. Thank you.
Well, despite the video that still remains my most popular long-form piece, I've actually really enjoyed my time in the fandom. It's one of the first fandoms I've gotten into
commentary. It's
free,
outside of
YouTube, and most of the people I've met have been really cool. You'll get some arrogant characters every now and then, but for the most part, if you know where to be, you'll be fine.
As for fandom experience, I'd say honestly pretty good. You know, despite the obvious bad parts, which are like in every single fandom ever, I didn't need like a lot more people, including my girlfriend, go follow me.
You know, honestly, just to keep this short and sweet, because I'm doing this on the 27th, and this is supposed to release on the 29th. Wow, all that procrastinating in high school is coming back to fucking haunt me. We're just gonna do favorite character because that just keeps it simple. I've actually got a few favorite characters, so this kind of fucks me anyway. First favorite character, easily Thad. He deserved a lot more screen time. He deserved a lot more in general.
That is crazy.
But what we got from him was entertaining, and I enjoyed it a lot. Next up, easily the teacher. I mean, he's just the sassiest guy there.
The teacher is hilarious,
very relatable character. Very, very handsome.
I'm doing more stuff at 9:30 your time zone, so if you stay up till 10,
if you're watching this,
I'll stay till like 10-ish.
I know you are. Come on, bro. Absolutely outstanding mustache. Absolutely outstanding father. I mean, what else could you ask for? He's great. Oh, and not to mention Doors. Another two I'm gonna.
But not to mention Doors.
Alice and Jay for Oh yeah, I'm also gonna throw Sin in there because I think, me personally, I love Murder Drones still. I don't think it's a perfect show, but I think Sin really added the horror element, like the really big horror element that the show like needed. Not to say it wasn't horrifying before, but she really like sent it home. You know what I mean? So pretty much, I like these characters because they're funny, and these characters for reasons.
My favorite characters, I'm gonna pull Liam, are N and Uzi. The reason being that I could relate to them the most. I also just absolutely adore them, individually and together. But I can relate to the two of them. With Uzi, it was her being bullied, being the loner freak.
Yes, sir.
Weirdo of her colony.
Her colony is crazy.
Having a father who was absent. Khan was more mentally, emotionally abusive toward her, but mine was a workaholic, so I didn't really have a father figure in my life to an extent. So I could relate to her with daddy issues.
Daddy issues are crazy.
And he's
always
trying to do his best to make everyone happy around him. He is very loyal to the ones he cares about, does anything he can to, make them happy.
No, yes, I agree. This is a very good quote
even
here.
to the point that he gets treated like a doormat, like no face, even as like when Jay just
he's so positive.
Kind of
Never doing anything.
Not kind of, she did step on him. He just goes, "Thank you." Like I don't think I was
Thank you.
angry, but it's very much like I would let people get away with things just because they were my friends and I cared about them.
Oh yeah.
And the way he would repress things, consider it repressed. That definitely me for a long time, up until honestly recently. I learned not to do that, like fully. That's not a good thing to repress stuff. So I can relate to him with that as well. But yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite character? Lizzie. Why? Because Lizzie is just Lizzie.
Because
She's
Lizzie is just
part
Lizzie.
of the show's sidecast. She gives some excellent jokes in these episodes. She's also a god, I guess, because she can survive being thrown
for real.
a great distance, exploded by a missile,
honestly,
falling into Copper 9 several times, and surviving a damn sentinel without a scratch. Although while saying this, I would have loved for her to go through some more development throughout the show. I understand why they might have not been able to fit that in, but it would have been a welcoming addition to her character either way.
My favorite character? Well, I like
Gunter,
Alice, Nori, Yeva, Doll, Tessa, Among Us, and Sin, because I like brutal woman characters that can fight and are silly and also cute.
W edit.
It's actually hard for me to answer this question. Almost all the main and secondary characters have a cool design. And
I love all the characters, honestly. I don't know.
But I think I like Enzo most, since I have a cosplay avatar of him in Roblox, as well as a plush version of him in real life, which, by the way, one of my friends gave me.
Oh.
but I also can help.
But all my toast is everywhere. But all human everywhere. All my toast is.
These two are quite cool.
You're still here.
Pleasure to watch their kind actions. Sid is just a cool villain who combines the features of an episode destroyer, a cute robot maid, and the psychopath who enjoys with every squeal of his victims. It's awesome. As for Doll, first of all, she's Russian. Dude, that's literally a drawn Western whip animation which speaks my native language. Just think about it. There are so many native languages on Earth like Spanish, Japanese, German, and others. But they seriously decide to make one of their characters speak the mighty Russian language. Words cannot describe how surprised I was when found out through the comments on the episode 3 that Doll's Russian speaker.
That's
this
funny.
red-eyed drone has such a tragic backstory and such a good design.
We love Doll.
It's a shame that she was dumped in episode 7
W
because
Doll.
it would have been interesting to see how
we love
she
Doll,
could
guys.
have cooperated with Uzi or tried
I
to
go on
fight
YouTube
back with
around
others
4,
against
6
him,
p.m.
but
CST.
no. The
I don't know, probably tomorrow when I get home. I don't know.
Would just die stupidly at the hands of me.
School ends at 3:50,
So yeah,
and I get home at like
it is
4:10:30, and then I relax for like 30 minutes, like 5-ish.
And those the
If
best
I have homework, like
Russian doll
5,
phone
6-ish.
animation.
My favorite character probably has to go to either Sin or Uzi. It keeps constantly changing. The reason I like Uzi is because I think she's a great character who I also happen to relate to from time to time. At times she can be a bit cringy, but that's why I find her charming. As for Sin, I love how genuinely evil she is. She has cool design and amazing
Evil, but
voice
also
acting,
funny
and is
and
also
cute
probably
and
the
silly
most
goober.
expressive character in the show.
We love Sin.
Debatably the funniest. But if I had to choose a favorite, it would probably go to Dad.
Obviously, I already said my favorite character is V and why that is, but I can go into a little more detail. A lot of the stuff about her that I was analyzing really connected with me. Is there was this
V, right?
One thing was
I said V.
I struggle to really care about relationships.
V.
Like when I make friends, right? I make friends pretty easily, I'd say. And I've got a few close friends that I've managed to really click with. But for most of the time when I make friends, I'm just kind of distant because I'm like, it's really hard for me to start caring about relationships. And that was something I saw in V. Something I did, something I really saw in V. And I was like,
the V simp.
Granted, she had her reasons.
Vodka drinking intensifies.
Even still, like at the end
That's
of the show,
crazy.
she has like, what, 3 friends? And Uzi, Lizzie, she doesn't really. She's pretty distant from everyone else, and that really clicked with me, because she can make friends easily. She just doesn't, you know. And that really connected with me. Another thing was
any fans? No.
She's a very angry person, and of course, as a kid, I struggled.
Good afternoon, good evening, night, Truman Show. Oh. In case you don't see me. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
And I was like, okay, yeah, that really
Truman Show. That sounds like Truman Show for real, for real. I need to see it tomorrow. We miss you. Bye bye. Truman Show is for real. In case I don't see you. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Like,
and then of course the end. In case I don't see you.
Something I've done sometimes.
Good afternoon,
not,
good evening,
not like
and good night.
Not as like strong as the other ones.
Bro, I cried at the end of Truman Show, to be honest.
So yeah,
I mean, like not like sobbed, but like legit, like a tear. It was so good.
So I can relate to the struggle of that. And V is just funny. She's just funny.
V is so funny.
I love V. I have her plushie.
I forgot how weird V's plushie looks. I love it.
But the old one's out of stock, and I need them both. I need them both. And maybe by the time this video is out, I'll have the cat one because I want that too. I need all the V merch.
Oh.
And of course, I have some other characters too, but like. Who cares about that? We care about V merch only in this house.
V merch only.
Character, you already know me. It's Lizzie. Why?
Lizzie.
Well, you know,
because Lizzie.
Well, she's funny. She has a lot of sass. You know, and of course she has a plot armor, so she never dies. And you know what? Like my favorite character does.
We got the plot armor, guys.
So and
the plot armor.
And she's also pretty damn attractive too. I'd say she's
okay, buddy.
One misconception that, you know, this makes me like her more is how she was able to, cut ties with Doll after noticing that she was a bit of a bad actor.
Honestly.
Like, everyone likes to say that, oh, Lizzie was such a bastard for betraying Doll when she never did in the first place, dog. Like, come on now. She never did. It was just as simple as, oh, I think Doll's a bad person. I think I should cut ties with her. And in a way, she's right. It's just one of those things that not a lot of people tend to see.
For real.
That's another one of those things.
My favorite character in Murder Drones is Jay. Jay is definitely one of the most tragic characters in Murder Drones. She's forced to do nothing but watch as her best friend is killed and worn as a costume by the same Eldritch God that both of them were trying to defeat. Then that Eldritch God decides to make clones of Jay, so if Jay ever stepped out of line, then it would probably kill her over and over again. So she's forced to kill all humans on Earth. Then she's sent to Copper 9 to kill all Solver hosts, so there's no threat to Sin's power. And on top of all that, she has to deal with her grief over Tessa.
I need to remember to verify my Choose account.
Seriously must have hurt Jay to have to go along with all of this. And usually this is where I say the character got a happy ending, but Jay never got an ending. Instead, she's alone, repairing her spaceship to be alone in space with no one coming to save her. No one coming to be there for her. She has nothing. It truly hurts to see Jay all alone, especially after Home made her a likable character. Actually, scratch that. Home made her a lovable character. Jay and Tessa's relationship is definitely my favorite one in the entire series. It's just so interesting, and I truly wish they got more screen time together. I truly wish Jay got more screen time, but I still enjoy the screen time she got and glad to see her in this series.
I really like Doll, I like Sin too, but she's kinda the popular option and I wanna be different, But she is poorly written and ate up screen time and should have died after. Shut up, I'm the one talking here. You do not dare open your doll-hating mouth you got there. Yeah, sure, her writing wasn't the best. In fact, she's probably one of the weakest written characters, but
but we still like Doll.
I don't care about those fancy stuff like story and writing and emotional impact and stuff. My standards are very simple. She's cool, sadistic, she has the sickest poses, mysterious enough to make me really care about her. That's what makes me like her for the most part. I don't care about how badly she was written, as long as she is still cool as hell. But
is it actually not?
Okay,
bye.
I
know.
Finally, I got
I
to
knew.
talk about Doll. Yippee! Colon 3.
My favorite characters, and why? Cause he just is.
To make it short, episode 1 to 4 is N, and is jack of all trade personality. He can be
and
funny,
is so good. He's a goober. And silly goober
episode 5
chat.
to 6, Tessa. She always likes to want to help everyone. And revealing herself his sin, which crying on the floor when Anne freaking killed her. She have a lot of build up, a lot of personality, but she's dead. Episode 7 to 8.
But she's dead.
Sin. I don't have to explain this. She's goofy. Even though she's
so
like
goofy.
a freaking planet destroyer, everyone still love her.
My favorite character. Do I even need to answer that?
My personal favourite character, I would have to say, is Jay. She provides a valuable straight man character to bounce off the more erratic personalities of the rest of the cast. Plus, I find her personality very entertaining.
It's senior informal.
It's senior info. Wait, did I just make a mistake? Blows up.
Does an amazing job of voicing her, and I find it amazing how someone can make their voice sound like that. Hell, I was able to do it like a year ago, but we don't talk about that.
My favorite character, without any doubt, is N. For mostly subjective reasons. I generally find him endearing and relatable, and he is quite likable as a character.
Buddy.
His writing in episode 8 was horrible though.
So my favorite character overall is Alice. I have no idea why. She's just a little kooky crazy, and I love her. But design-wise, I really love Nori's.
Nori.
I really love Nori's worker drone form. It's very pretty.
My favorite character? Oh, I really don't know. It's Doll. It's Doll. I love Doll. She's a really wasted character, but that was Liam's choice. She's very pretty. It would have been cool to see Doll join the main cast, but I mean, it's more in character for Doll to not join the main cast because she's very introverted, and yeah, I just love that about her.
Favorite character? Easily Sam. If If anyone says otherwise, they probably haven't played Donkey Kong Barrel Blast. Oh god.
Gotta say it. It's my boy Thad. Even though he's not canonically Uzi's love interest anymore, his inclusion in the show still feels important in a way.
Yeah.
And I get the feeling there were originally big plans for him, as we see in episode 2.
I think so, yeah.
He wants to be part of this sort of investigation into what the eldritch horrors behind the scenes
2 hours, yeah.
Personally, if you ask me, that whole PR talk Liam had in Glitch X of
Doozy
Thad
shit,
not wanting
nah.
to have anything to do with the eldritch horror stuff, that's total crap. Episodes 7 and 8 are proof of that. Hell, the ending of episode 1 was even proof of that when even the WDF was stepping down against J and V. Who was the only one to fight? Thad. There was absolutely more planned with this guy, and it was unfortunate to see it get cut after episode 2 for unknown reasons. He felt like an important main character figure, and then he just ceased to exist besides 1 or 2 lines. Sometimes not even any lines. But I do like how we see he is the first person to show any sort of support or care for Uzi in the entire series, showcasing she is not entirely alone. She does have, if not a friend, then definitely a mutual, an equal in a way. Ship or no ship, these two are cool with each other. I really wish they had gone with the N, Uzi, and Thad trio, because that could have been so much more interesting to see in future episodes. In fact, they do actually reference that in the credits of episode 8. I think the best quality of Thad is what we haven't seen, and that's for us to explore, really. He seems like a really interesting character who's not just
the trio is crazy, chat.
Jock.
In terms of my favorite character, I have to tie it between these two. Now, Uzi has been just like a comfort character for me, really. This character who doesn't fit in at all, is kind of an outcast, but is the main focus of the show, and you get to see them grow and see their development, and it's something that I see that growth.
I feel
I find it very heartwarming just to see how much she grows between the first episode and the ending. But N is also, this Goodbyr right here is also he means a lot to me. I relate to him a lot, or like he relates to me, I relate to him, whichever way you want to put it. There's many things I could go on about how much I relate to this character, and the voice doesn't even help. I sound like him sometimes, like when I scream.
What?
But this character right here has presented me with so much opportunity and has honestly changed my life.
I feel so Sigma.
I want to personally thank Michael Kovac for his performance as N. I've thanked him before, and he's replied, but God, Michael is such a huge inspiration to me, and I really hope one day I can meet him and just shake his hand, give him a hug, because that little Goodbyr right there is gone me to pursue this dream. And nothing short of amazing, like I said.
As for favorite character, moment, scene, or whatever, all I have to say is Jay's the best girl. Okay, bye!
My favorite episode, would have to be, honestly, kind of a tie between 1 and 2, but if I had to pick, I would probably give it to 1 because it set everything up for me, or not set everything up for me, but it is what drew me into the series. It had everything to me. It had the mystery of the disassembly drones, like what happened to the humans exactly,
Chat's going crazy.
What exactly was going on, and then if you notice, like by a frame, like Uzi's solver symbol in her eye during the fight she and had against J and V. It's kind of like, well, what's that? What's that mystery? And then at the end of the episode, you see her when she's cackling all evilly. The
see it again.
Solver symbol appears over her eye. So it's kind of like, okay, so it's tied in. So it not only introduced the mystery of the solver, you also had when N
no one wants Bo though. No one's. That's not one's favorite character.
After Jay slapped him and rebooted him, you could see on his visor the text with Sin blocked the AS. So it's like, who's Sin? I just think the pilot did an amazing job at setting everything up for the mystery and what was going to continue, what could have continued forward in this, like, into it. Plus the music, the ambiance, just the shots themselves, like Uzi walking toward the corpse spire and just how quiet, and all you hear is like the whooshing, pretty much of the wind and of the snow, or as best as Liam called it. I still think it's snow. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. Everything about the pilot just felt like I would definitely call it my favorite episode if I had to pick, just because of everything. Music, ambiance, characters, like you get to see Uzi kind of as a character. You get N, you get V, J. I mean, we got to see her character before she got blown to bits. But you know, you get introduced, you get to see Doll in the background, you see Lizzie, you see Thad before he kind of got scrapped as a like possible main side character.
Con the signal jammer, yes sir. He's jamming all that with the
mystery
door.
With Uzi's mom and like Uzi's so a lot was it feels like a lot without it feeling like too much. And yeah, so I would definitely give hands down my favorite episode of the series was the pilot.
I'll be blunt and get to the point. It's the pilot. It has the perfect mix of comedy and horror, and the right amount of Liam Vickers' charm, while also introducing us to the world and its characters. Every single thing in the pilot is on point here, and it really feels like we were building up to something much bigger with JC Jensen and the humans, which unfortunately, they did kind of mess up. I'm still glad we got the show, don't get me wrong, it's just this is my golden standard for a Murder Drone series plot.
My favorite episodes are episode 2, and this episode can steal my heart and make me join the fandom 100%. I like how Jay turns into Eldritch Monster and the way she revealed Nori as a hologram. That's so cool. True. It aroused my curiosity glands, aroused that how the story is. I want to know it all. Another one is episodes 7 and 8. I bet everyone might know the reason why this is my favorite episode. The way how they show us that Tessa, something that humans cannot do that. The way how they show us that that's not Tessa and creepy walking like zombies. And the first time they reveal that Tessa is Sin wearing her skin, and that's super cool and terrifying. Another thing that everyone should not miss is the fight scene of episode 8, and the cool music. They did great. I love the song so much. I swear if I have more time, I will make AMV about the Bite Me song. Sadly, episode 8 is the last episode, and there won't be more seasons 2. There are still some stories that haven't revealed yet examples of what Sin really wants. The backstory, Nori? What is the absolute solver, and how does it exist? But looks like we need to solve it by ourselves.
Here I can say that most likely my favorite episode of Murder Drone Fall. After all, it was based on this episode that I first encountered the FNF mod, which is kind of symbol of my acquaintance with Murder Drones. Yes, even if we put aside nostalgia, the fourth episode has a good atmosphere in the forest, good soundtracks, and at least a small battle of Uzi against V. This is the episode when I was watching, which I screamed, "Oh Uzi, are you really going to become a badass girl?" As for the other episodes, of course, the third one stands out with its cool music and the battle of Uzi against Doll, as well as the last three with a direct sequence of events. But most likely, many people will note such episodes as first 5 in the last one, since the first two give us important information about drones, and the last one just blows our minds with its epicness. But no matter how good the other episodes are, the fourth episode still means a lot to me, so I think it deserves to be my favorite episode.
Yeah. Give her a moment. Get snuck up
okay,
on.
Let me just show
Get
them.
Snuck up on. Ooh. Oh yeah. Edit. Ooh. Oh, why is that fire? Edit.
Yeah, Chuck's edits have a good demonstration of it.
Favorite episode? Before the finale, it was episode 6. And I'm sure you can guess why. It was the moment that really made a lot of people realize, damn, V's kind of cool.
Yeah.
The sacrifice was crazy, and everyone went wild over that.
set
myself
me
included, not the first time I'll watch it,
free.
of course, on the rewatch, like I said. So, yeah, then, so, of course, V episode. Whoa. Big shocker, the V fan likes the episode with V. Whoa.
Crazy.
My mic is like freaking when I do that. I should probably stop talking so close to it because it's making weird noise, making the blowing noises whenever I do the and that's probably not very enjoyable for many people to watch. So I'm gonna stop getting so close to the mic. But yeah, episode 6, the Sentinels were so cool. They were so
Stop
cool.
getting so close to the
I
mic.
loved episode 6, and then the finale came out and it blew everything out of the water. It's my favorite episode.
Finale is so
My episode
good.
ranking is not out by the time I'm recording this, but it will be out by the time this video is out, hopefully, unless I somehow procrastinate 2 months. I hope not. But I've done something similar in the past. With a FNAF video. So I definitely could. I really hope not, though. But yeah, episode 8 was just, it really gave, big shocker here, V the time she needed.
Yeah.
I was always someone who said V could be perfect if she just came back and apologized to N and showed her payoff with Uzi.
Yeah.
And what do you know? That is exactly what we did. Because maybe I'm a little good at analyzing characters that I've spent hours doing with V in particular. So I was like, she really needs this, and then that's what we got. She came back. I popped off. She had that hallway scene, probably the best scene in the episode, and literally already made her character. But then something some of the other episodes didn't do, and I'm glad episode 8 did, was she really felt like a main character. She was fighting alongside N and Uzi. She had her own little arc. She felt like a main character in that episode. Other episodes, she was like, oh, she's there to progress the plot, or she's there to be funny. Some episodes, she was a main character. She is a main character, but like some episodes, she actually felt like it. Like, you know, episode 6, episode 4.
Yes, sir.
But you know, just I'm glad she really felt like a main character in this episode, and I noticed a lot of people realized it too. Even the people who didn't think V should come back were like, okay, yeah, she was kind of good in this episode. So, you know, good.
Favorite episode? It's Mass Destruction. Yeah, everything about Mass Destruction is perfect.
7.
Its lead up to the finale was like really good. It set things up. Our expectations were really high for the finale, but it didn't really pay off that much, which I'll get into that in a bit. But yeah, I think it's just perfect Mass Destruction. You know, the action's really good. The music, the music is absolutely lush, and the animation is honestly, I think Mass Destruction is the best animation in the entire series. Absolute End takes a little bit too far. You know, I'm just gonna say that. The setting is also really cool too, seeing the cathedral, and of course Dad and Lizzie return, and of course seeing my girls, it always brings smiles on my face.
My favorite episode in Murder Drones is definitely Mass Destruction. This episode is easily the most important episode in the series. We get the reveal that Nori is alive alongside getting her backstory. We have Doll get killed off, and we get the Sunisa plot twist. These 3 things are just a couple major things that happen this episode, and it truly is incredible seeing what they can do with 25-minute episodes. Mass Destruction feels perfectly balanced out. The characters and plot go along with each other really well. Mass Destruction is definitely where Murder Drones peaked.
I have 3 options, episode 3, 7, and 8. Even though I currently love episode 7, I did not like it at all when it first came out for many reasons, and Doll died too there, so yeah, it's not my most favorite, but it's definitely somewhere there. Episode 3 is probably more nostalgic to me, and it is probably objectively better written than 8. Also, it was Doll's prime, so yeah, my most favorite episode
was Doll's prime. Doll was a very good character as Hope too. I like to because my Minecraft always. That's fun.
Had a bit of OST. It's just
OST
the best.
is super good.
Like the song doing N and Uzi fight is the hardest one. It's like the 4th hardest one for me.
My favorite episode is episode 6.
And even though some people might be wondering, well, why episode 6? Because Khan isn't even in that episode. Well, it's because I thought things were the best balance in a good way in that episode. So what I mean by that is the lore, the scenes, and even the fucking romance was very well executed, and that's why I think episode 6 is the best episode. That's probably the shortest summary of I can really give of why I think episode 6 is the best. Though episode 7 also comes very close to topping that too.
It would have to be episode 2. It's very much an underappreciated episode. There's a lot of vital setup for the rest of the show.
It definitely is.
Uniquely, it is also able to give the whole cast at least one good character moment. Like Dyer's voice is really funny. Episode, which is something that none of the other episodes could really boast.
Probably episode 7.
But Dad,
after half a year of silence, they delivered absolute cinema.
My favorite episode is by far Mass Destruction. I like the stakes of the episode.
The pilot and 7 are really popular.
Alongside the Sandwalker twist. It, generally speaking, felt thought out and well planned, and was a good end of the night for me when I binged all 7 episodes straight. Personally, though, leaving Uzi alive was a mistake.
My favorite episode.
Oh, wait, what?
Has to be Mass Destruction because of the pacing, the storytelling, and the animation all combined. It probably would be episode 8 if the animations wasn't. The animation for episode 8 just felt unfamiliar, so that kind of brought it down in my mind. It's still an amazing episode, but because of the animation quality was amazing. But I have to give it to episode 7 because it felt like Murder Drones.
My favorite episode has gotta be the pilot. Everything in it is perfect. The pacing, just everything, except for the animation. But it was the pilot after all. So, what are you gonna do?
Crazy.
It would be cool if they reanimated the pilot, but I'm not sure if they would do that or not. I love almost all the episodes. It's just the pilot is the best one because of the story, the plot, the pacing, everything.
Favorite episode? They're all good. Too hard to pick favorites apart from episode 5. But if I had to choose favorites, it would probably be episode 3 and 7. And I know a lot of you guys can agree with me. So I'm like, fuck you.
Personally, episode 2. The starting scene alone is really interesting, and it would have been cool for them to go deeper into this whole human thing, the whole Elliot Manor. Are they the rulers of J.C. Jensen? We didn't know. And it's unfortunate to see in the end in episode 5 that they're all played up as a joke. So that was a bit of wasted potential there, especially with the first scene literally being of N serving what seems to be the host of the party. Also, the amount of horror that was amped up in this episode, really setting the tone of the show. It's like, it's time to get serious. The Eldritch entities are coming out to play, and no one is safe. The way it plays mind games with Uzi, even going to the point where it actually goes ahead and kills her father in front of her, as far as she knew anyway. The way this Eldritch entity of the Solver toys
base tech, bro,
is insanely creepy. And the design of the thing alone, incredible. The Solver in this episode is displayed as an incredibly smart program that toys with its food. And I really like that. It's as if it knows what's going to happen the whole time. It's calculated this entire big master plan of just eating the whole planet. And it knows how it's going to end. And it can just goof around all the way because it knows it's won. Of course, in the end, it didn't. But hey.
Yeah, it did win. But it was close.
I bet you thought I was going to say that's just a theory, right? Get out of here.
Now, in terms of my favorite episode / moments or whatever, it's definitely going to be episode 3, The Promenade. It's a fan favorite.
Oh, Promenade is such a good one, bro.
Love the dynamic between N and Uzi.
Promenade is W.
In it. Good comedy, good story.
But
too.
hey, that's
like
just a theory.
Game
theory.
Stuff, but I feel like in episode 3 they really like show what it can do.
Oh yeah, film 3.
Like, the full power of like the base of it, the whole concrete thing about it. You get Doll, which is awesome. You get the Newsy prom scene. Love that. Can't go wrong with that. Just so many good moments in that episode.
My favorite moment would have to be Oh, the moment in episode 4 when En and Uzi are falling from the sky and they have their little talk, or not really a little talk, but they have their talk together. Up until episode 4, this series had its rushed pace moments. It always did. And so when that moment happened, I was like, wow, this is a really nice breathing moment where the characters are given the time to talk to each other and express how they're feeling. And you have, En revealing how he finds scary things less scary with Uzi around, and how she feels the same way. And she also reveals that,
Hey
she's
guys, I
scared
got another
of him
package here. I
abandoning
can't
her,
show you
so
the
we get to see
important
that she has
information, but I
abandonment
will.
issues. And that's when the whole, will stick together.
Yeah.
Like, that's when
We'll
that promise
stick
was made pretty
together.
much between the two of them. And
my voice sounds
then
more
you get
like
a little comedic moment with En puppeteering Uzi's Solver tail. I don't know, the whole moment just felt very.
Gosh, my voice sounds more like.
There are a lot of moments I wanted to pick from. I could think of Eldritch J's reveal in episode 2, the prom dance fight in episode 3, episode I would say 7 with En cutting Tessa's head off. Episode 8 even with the callback scene.
Therapy is fun.
There were quite a few I
Best
wasn't
scene
sure
any
to pick
scene
from, but it all went back to episode 4's moment. I just can't. It just was like the perfect moment for me, and I don't think really there's been any other moment that really gave the characters time to breathe
for real
since then, or prior to that, or since then. And also AJ's just the song, the song.
Stop.
And just that became their theme. So use for them throughout the rest of the series. My favorite moments. My favorite moments in that one. My favorite moments.
One final battle, which is just still up there as one of the best fights in the series, next to 7 and 8. And no, throwing tables around for a minute does not count as a fight. Fight me. Or, alternatively, I would go with the monochrome moment in episode 8. It just looks cool. Then again, I am a sucker for classic black and white stylization.
Okay, let me just show them.
Oh yeah. O'clock.
Yeah, Felix edits have a good session of it.
Favorite moment? There are two that I'm struggling between. For episode 8, it would have easily been V Sacrifice. Boom. Made me cry many times.
Many times.
Surely it has to be that, right?
Yeah.
But then the V hallway scene came out. And was literally exactly what I asked for. And literally perfected her character. So
bad job,
maybe
V.
that one? Maybe? Because that one was really good. Yeah, I might go with that one. I was a really big fan of the finale, as you can probably tell.
I don't really have one, but if I had to pick, the last fight in Absolute End. I mean, come on, who doesn't like that? Bite me in the background? Hell yeah.
Moment is En screaming to cool face guy. I cannot explain anymore. All of a sudden happened.
My favorite moment within this show. Now look, I can choose for any moment, like the knife dance, the moment where Khan suddenly returns to become a badass, or even moments out of episode 1, the first fight scene. But I'm not choosing any of those. What I'm choosing for is the final battle between Uzi and Sin in episode 8. Though episode 8 is definitely not my favorite episode in the slightest.
I think I'm gonna get off.
On my opinion, so that I will come back on this question after this.
I'm
I
off
just
now.
really want to say the fight